All parties in the matter of Hartley versus Turner. Step forward, please.
Victoria Hartley is suing her ex-boyfriend, Marcus Turner, for rent, the return of property, and harassment. Victoria says Marcus is obsessed with her.
Miss Hartley, you and Mr. Turner lived together for a while. You had an apartment together. You left.
Yes, ma'am.
It is your claim that when you left, it was agreed that Mr. Turner would keep the apartment and pay the rent on the apartment. The apartment had been leased with a co-signer, a friend of yours. Is this your friend?
Yes, ma'am.
And it is your claim that Mr. Turner did not pay the rent for a month. The landlord came after your friend. Your friend paid the rent. You felt obliged to reimburse her for the rent because you and Mr. Turner were living together. You want Mr. Turner to pay you that money.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the first thing. Second thing is you claim that he has some property of yours in a storage unit that you want. And the third thing is you claim he's been harassing.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Turner says you moved out of the apartment without notice, so you can pay that month's rent, that you had plenty of opportunity to get your stuff from storage, and he's got a counterclaim, and his counterclaim's rather interesting. He wants you to pay for your half of the storage. That's ridiculous, Mr. Turner. You agree, don't you? You can't say you abandoned the property and wanted to pay for the storage, right?
Well, if she wants her stuff back, I mean, I'm willing to give back her washer and dryer. That is not a problem. But, I mean, to come after me for 2 years now.
Just a second. So you're willing to give her back her washer and dryer?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. I see how easily we resolve that. Washer and dryer for you. Is it in storage, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So you'll give her back her washer and dryer.
Your Honor.
What?
There's also a box of items that my grandmother had given to me, which she has since passed away, that I would like back.
What's in it?
There are different water pitchers. In the box is also a home interior bride and groom that she gave me when I got married.
You know where that is?
I set that on her mother's back porch. I called her cell phone, so I just left a box on your back porch. You might want to go over there. There was a couple kids across the street. They seen me, so.
It's what you're telling me, Mr. Turner. You don't have the box.
No, I dropped the box off at her mother's house.
When?
On the back porch.
When?
Not too sure what day, maybe a year and a half ago.
All I want to know is you do have the washer and dryer. You say you don't have the box anymore.
No, I do not have that.
Doesn't have the box anymore. Now, Miss Hartley, listen to me very carefully. I read your complaint very carefully. There was a time that you went to court to get a restraining order against Mr. Turner. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
On what date was that? Do you remember?
October 2006.
And you had already separated at that time?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I've been in domestic relations courts for many, many years. When you go to domestic relations court, you are asked whether there is anything else that you need. And if you wanted to, you could have said to the judge, there is property in the storage room that I want, and he refuses to give me access to it. Did you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get an order to go and get your property?
No.
From the judge?
On the restraining order, it says that I am able to get my things out of storage.
So, why didn't you go get them?
Because anytime I contact Mr. Turner, he constantly makes it a date type thing.
Then what you do is you go back to court and say he's violated the protective order. You don't wait a year and a half and sue him for the property.
Okay.
It's been a long time. If you really wanted it, you would have gotten it. Now, on what day of the month did Miss Hartley leave the residence? Do you remember?
July, March.
July 19th, 2005.
Did you pay July's rent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you pay July's rent?
Yes, ma'am.
What about August? Did you pay August's rent?
No, ma'am. I was moved out at the time.
You can't be moved out half the time,
No, I mean,
Mr.
like
Turner.
there was 2 weeks left on the lease. She moved out like at the middle of the month. I just stayed because it was paid for.
When did you leave, Mr. Turner?
The end of the month.
End of July?
Yes.
And when was the lease up?
August?
So there was a month left on the lease.
I believe so.
Now, when the two of you separated, what arrangements did you make as far as staying in the apartment, Mr. Turner?
I told her I would finish staying the 2 weeks and just move out slowly. She did not have a problem with it.
Did you say, I'll finish moving out in 2 weeks, or I'll finish moving out when the lease is over?
No, I move out in 2 weeks.
What did he say?
When I told him I was leaving, I said, what do you want to do about the apartment? Do you want me to contact the manager and tell her I'm going? He says, no, because I don't know where I'm going to live right now. I'll take care of the apartment complex. I said, are you sure? Are you going to live with your grandmother? Are you, do you have a place to go? He said, right now I don't want to live with my grandma. I'm just going to stay here till I find a place. I will let the apartment complex know when I leave. I will handle this.
Sounds right to me, Mr. Turner.
No, ma'am. Because I told her...
Did you pay anything for the month of August, sir?
No, ma'am.
Well, you have to. You had a lease. Who did you expect?
It was month to month at that time. The 4-year lease was up, and it was month to month.
Oh, so you just had to give them a 30-day notice?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you give them 30-day notice?
I didn't. No.
Well, but you were the last one in the apartment.
Yes, ma'am. Because I thought she was going to give it. I never told her not to.
Right. Well, how much was the rent?
I believe at that time it was $570 a month.
Well, how much did you pay?
Sandra O'Reilly ended up paying the apartment complex. They wanted $804. There was some damages to the apartment. They had to replace a bathtub.
Just a sec. You lived there for a year? Mm-hmm. Good. So you pay $400, he pays $400. That's for August's rent. You didn't give 30 days notice, he didn't give 30 days notice.
If I would have known he wasn't going to say anything to the apartment complex, I would have paid for at least half of August.
Well, that's what you're doing. You're paying for half of August. And he's paying for half of August.
All right.
What else?
Even after the restraining order, Marcus has still called the store where I work at and the store I left from. I've had to transfer to 3 different stores, so he finally will stop calling. He hasn't stopped calling. He still calls the stores where I'm at.
What do you call her for?
I do not call her. I don't know where she lives. I don't know where she works. I have no idea what her phone number is. I can't call somebody if I don't know where they live, where they work.
Do you have any proof of his calling?
Yes, ma'am. You
Let's
want
see.
the records before or after the restraining order?
Let me see the records after the restraining order.
I just need the date of the restraining order. Restraining order was dated 10/05/2006. The highlighted ones are the past stores that I've worked at.
How do I know they're coming from him?
If you look at the top of the bill, it'll say his name and his cell phone number.
How did you get these?
I sent an email to Sprint and told him I was taking him to court and wanted phone records.
Is your phone number 810?
That was one of the stores I was at, yes, ma'am.
Whose number ends in 3753?
That was the store I went to in July, and then he had come up to the store and said he was somebody else, left his cell phone number, wanted to know was I dating anybody. I don't see why he has to keep calling the stores where I'm at, asking about me, driving past my house, if he doesn't have any of my items except the washer and dryer in storage.
Why do you call her?
I do not call her.
Well, you did. These are your phone records.
There was a time that I did because we was working.
These are your phone records.
All right.
December and January. Clearly, you made phone calls to her places of employment. There's no reason for you to call her places of employment. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't call her anymore, sir.
Okay.
You want to tell me in 10 seconds about your counterclaim?
No, you done dismissed it, so.
I didn't do that yet, but I'm going to.
I hear for like a year and a half, she did not want her washer and dryer. Now she's coming back for it. I think she's owes me half the storage. I mean, it was in there. I gave her 4 opportunities to let her come get it. My one witness.
Listen to me. Mr. Turner, I don't know why she's here, sir. I have no clue why she's here. She's going to get her $400 for your half of the rent for August 2006 because that you should have paid. Neither one of you gave 30 days notice. She didn't give 30 days notice. You didn't give 30 days notice.
True.
If her friend who co-signed for you had to come up with that money and she reimbursed her friend, it's only reasonable and fair that you be the responsible.
No, very true.
Okay, the washer and dryer is laying in storage. She wants it.
Yes.
You give it to her. The two of you never had an agreement that she was going to pay for the storage. There was never a contract that she was going to pay any part of the storage. That's why your counterclaim is dismissed.
Okay.
Do you understand? Thank you very much. Goodbye. Good luck. Have a happy life.
Jose Torres is suing his ex-girlfriend, 24-year-old Janice Semeno, for throwing away his personal belongings, including his birth certificate.
All rise. Yeah, this is case number 514 on the calendar in the matter of Torres versus Semeno.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in, Your Honor. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat, please.
Mr. Torres, you moved in with the defendant and her children while you were separated from your wife. I assume this is your wife, sir, is that right?
Yes.
And it is your claim that when you decided to return to your wife and reconcile with your family, the defendant kept and or destroyed some property that belongs to you. The defendant says you had ample opportunity to get what you wanted. Whatever you didn't take with you, she got rid of. She is counterclaiming because she says that because of your broken promises, she lost wages. She's going to explain that to me. When did you and your wife separate, sir?
March of 2006.
And when did you move in with the defendant?
April, can't recall it.
June 4th.
And when did you meet her?
I met her through my boss, which is her brother.
When?
In May.
Where had you been living between March and May?
My mother's house.
So you met her in May and you moved in with her in June?
June.
First mistake. Where did you move in with her, sir?
And where she used to live in Falmouth.
Falmouth?
Yes.
In a house or an apartment?
An apartment.
How old are your children?
I have a 5-year-old and an 18-month-old.
Where's their father? Don't know.
Gone. Yeah,
Gone.
don't know.
Were you working?
Yes.
Who were you working for at the time?
Stop and Shop and Dunkin' Donuts.
Who was taking care of the children when you worked?
They were in daycare, full-time.
Was that subsidized daycare?
Yeah.
Okay. So you move in,
Yes.
and then what happened, Mr. Torres?
Everything was getting fine. I was missing my kids a lot.
You have to speak slowly, Mr. Torres, because I'm going to try to follow you.
Okay.
Everything was going fine. You were missing your kids a lot, is what I got. Now you're going to try to speak a little slower and keep your voice up so I can hear you. See how I'm speaking and projecting? You don't have any trouble hearing me, right?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Good. Go ahead. Everything was going fine. You were missing your children, and
I spoke with her that I would like to get closer to my kids. And she agreed to move closer so I could be near my kids after work.
so you said, I want to be closer to my kids. I miss them. Would you move?
No, I didn't explain just like that. I asked her if we could. I I didn't force her to.
Nobody said you forced her, but you said, I want to be closer to my kids. I want to move with you and your kids.
Yes,
So she moved.
we did.
How far away from where she was living did she move?
I don't know the exact mileage.
Time, 15 minutes, 20 minutes,
No.
a half hour.
About an hour.
An hour.
45 to an hour.
So her children also were taken out of daycare.
Yes.
And she didn't have her jobs anymore.
She had transferred.
What do you mean she transferred? What does
She
that mean?
transferred her first job that she first had. Then Dunkin' Donuts, she couldn't get transferred. And then she transferred her kids' daycare vouchers over to a new one in town.
So she relocated her whole family because of you. And when did she do that?
We moved in December 1st.
12/106. So between June and December, you and the defendant lived together.
Yes.
And in December, you relocated this family to be closer to your children.
Yes.
And then what happened, Mr. Torres?
I received a Christmas postcard from my wife and kids. She takes my picture with my kids on it and my wife and cuts my wife's face off and posts it on the fridge. And from there, everything went downhill.
So when did you move out?
I moved out before Christmas. It was December 22nd, 2006.
So she lived in this new location close to your children for 3 weeks with you.
Yes.
So what are you suing for, Mr. Torres?
Just all my personal property.
Like what?
So Nintendo GameCube, stereo equipment, clothing, hats, bed.
And how much is all that stuff worth, sir?
Close to $2,000.
How much was the rent on the apartment?
It's 10:30. I actually had subsidized housing, so it was 170.
So he was getting the advantage of subsidized housing. They didn't know he was living there, right?
No.
Because if they knew he was living there,
I would lose
it would have been $1,000
Yes.
a month, right?
Yes.
Between June and December.
Yes.
Now, what happened with your second job?
They cut my pay and they cut my hours, and I had no idea when I was being transferred, because if I knew that, I wouldn't have transferred my job.
Yes, you would have.
Well,
What, sir?
Excuse me. The reason that she stopped working for Stop and Shop is because of pay related. They did not drop her hours. She had the same hours, but it was a lot of money that she was missing up a week of her check, and that's the reason she quit.
So?
So she did not lose her job because of me.
She did.
Okay.
She did.
Can I call my wife up here?
No, I don't need your wife. You were a big boy enough to leave your wife. You were a big boy enough to have this lady with her 2 children relocate closer to your children so you could be more comfortable, so you didn't have to travel. So she relocated herself. Her 2 children, took them out of daycare where they were comfortable, where she had 2 jobs. Nobody's asking you a question.
Okay.
I mean, you knew that he was living with her, right? You knew he was living with her, right?
Not in the beginning, no, I didn't. But she also knew that we had problems previously, and we've always worked our problems out.
Listen,
she knew she was
Miss
getting
Torres,
involved with
Miss
a married
Torres,
man.
listen to me. Shh. I got what happened.
The story's not straight.
Miss Torres.
I'm sorry.
When you wake up in the morning for 8 months and you don't find your husband sleeping next to you in the bed, that's not a fight. That's not a disagreement. That's a separation. And while I think it's dumb on the part of any woman to get involved with a guy who's just separated from his family, and dumber to relocate and uproot her children and her life, there's no question in my mind that you sent a Christmas card with your picture in it in order to irritate them a little bit. That doesn't say
I'm
you're not
sorry,
entitled to
Your
do it. Don't speak. Don't speak. And I want to tell you something. I wouldn't have put up her picture on my refrigerator either if I were her. Put your hand down, smarty pants.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You know how much sympathy I have for you? That much. 0. Less than 0.
And later today,
What happened was that
I don't care what happened. This is a contract.
Yeah.
Who signed it?
I did.
Period.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Jose Torres claims ex-girlfriend Janice Semeno threw away his belongings. Janice is countersuing for lost wages.
So far, you caused a lot of trouble, Mr. Torres. You don't ask somebody to relocate their life and turn their life upside down unless you are 100% sure that you're prepared to make a commitment.
I was committed.
Excuse me?
Everything got a lot stressful when we moved in to Taunton from Falmouth.
You told me things got stressful when your wife sent you a Christmas picture with herself in it. And she cut the picture out, which is exactly what I would have done.
Prior to that,
Exactly what most women would have done. Cut out the picture of your wife.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Put your hand down and don't speak.
prior to that, Your Honor, we were having the problems with her jobs. She was getting a little bit of stressful.
Was she stressful between June and December with her job?
No, she wasn't.
Because everything was nice. She had 2 jobs, she had daycare, then she relocated, and then she had stress. It was your fault. You get where I'm going, Mr. Torres.
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
Well, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for your wife. I'm sorry for your children. You should get where I'm going. Bird gets where I'm going. The 50 or some odd people out here get where I'm going, sir. And if you don't get where I'm going, there's something missing up here. Now, what happened to his property?
I called him for my sister's December 23rd, and I said, you need to come meet me if you want your belongings. He said, I don't want them. You can throw them away. You can burn them. I don't care what you do with it. So I got rid of all his clothes, his hats, because what do I want with it?
When did you get rid of them?
Most of the stuff was on that day. I got rid of it.
Okay, because you were pretty angry.
Yes.
So whether he told you to get rid of the stuff or he didn't tell you to get rid of the stuff, you would have gotten rid of the stuff anyway.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Now tell me about it when he left. Tell me about what happened when he just walked out of the house without his clothes or anything else.
He was a mess. He came back from work and he was drunk, and he's telling me, going home to my wife and going back to my kids. And I told him continuously, I said, Jose, I'm not going to move unless, you know what I mean, you're going to be with me and stay with me. I'm not going to move to Taunton if you're going to go back with your wife. And that's what happened. He up and left.
It's a very stupid thing to do. And what
Yes.
happened to his entertainment center?
I have his speakers, and I asked him if he wanted them, and he said no.
Put your hand down. You know how much sympathy I have for you? That much. 0. Less than 0, if that's possible. You have his bed?
Yeah, what happened was when we lived to Falmouth, I got rid of my bed, and he brought his bed.
So you got rid of your bed
Yes,
and
I
took
did.
his bed. He doesn't get the bed back. What else?
Yes. There's the Nintendo GameCube, which my son plays with, but...
Why?
I got a list if you want to see it.
I don't care to see your list.
Okay.
She threw away a lot of stuff when you left, which is probably what I would have done if you left. You left, you're not there, you didn't take your stuff, goodbye. Stuff goes in the garbage.
Leave, Your Honor.
But she has your speakers. What else
Yes,
do you have of his?
I have his VCR, if you'd like that.
Okay, good.
And his digital camera.
Okay, I want you to box those things and get them out of your house.
Okay.
Within 5 days, he's going to pay the cost of putting it in UPS or the post office or whatever.
Okay.
Excuse me.
His-
I really need to speak because he did not get the story out the right way. He's very nervous. He doesn't know exactly what to say. He was buying back his own property. She did not offer to give it back to him.
I don't care whether she offered to give it back to him or
He offered
not.
to give her money. She checked off that he could get his own property with police
Good.
escorts.
And
We
I
went,
went
and she
Good.
said she threw it away.
Good. You said it now? You happy?
No, there's a lot more to it.
I'm not
And
interested in a lot more. I got the general gist of it. Your husband?
You didn't
Your
because
husband?
he didn't explain it right.
Don't speak. Your husband left you, not because of her, because he
I
didn't meet her for a
actually leave. I
while.
just got separated from her to take a part-time from each other.
She kicked him out.
Just a second. Then if you need time, Mr. Torres, to decide what you're going to do, is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? You needed time to figure out what you were going to do?
No, we just need time away from each other.
Then you don't move in with somebody else and dislocate them from a life. Do you understand that? Do you understand that?
I understand that, but I didn't do that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You moved in with somebody else. If you want to take time away from your wife and see if the relationship can be put back together again, you do not move in with somebody else just because it's comfy. Do you understand? That's
Yes,
what you
I do,
did.
but I didn't do that exactly like that.
Get mad. Speak up.
Huh?
Mr. Torres,
Speak up.
your wife may not want to acknowledge it, but that is precisely what you did. She did not handcuff you and tie you to her bed. From June of 2006 until December of 2006, you shared the defendant's bed, you shared her life, you convinced her to move and relocate to be closer to
did
your
not convince
children.
her.
That's what you just told me, sir.
No, I
you
did not
told
convince
me
her. We
that you
agree
wanted
on.
her to move closer.
But I
that-
did not force her to do it.
Listen, those are the things that you're getting back. Period. End of discussion. Let me explain something to you. You don't get awarded money for stupidity. You don't pick up your life and relocate for a married guy. And if you do so on a promise and a prayer, courts aren't here to help you. You have to understand that. His wife doesn't get it because she prefers not to get it. He didn't go and move into a room in somebody's house while they were trying to work out their problems. He found it more comfortable to be in
No.
your house,
No.
living with you. And she thinks that's your fault. That's not your fault. She's angry at the wrong person. She should be angry at him because it was his choice to move in with you, and it was his choice to move into another apartment with you. It was his choice. He was more comfortable living that way while he was figuring out what to do with his marriage. So her anger is misplaced, and I don't want to hear about it. So you get your property back. The stuff that you just mentioned, sir. Other than that, you get nothing. I'm dismissing her counterclaim because, unfortunately, the law doesn't permit her to have a counterclaim for her own acts of misguided love and affection and your promises that you were going to be with her. Law doesn't
I
permit
ain't made
that.
any promises.
Get out of here.
Apologize, excuse me, step out. Wait here, please.
He didn't get the story straight. He was very nervous. He had a hard time talking.
He was already separated and lived in his own place.
She chose to deal with a married man.
I had no idea. He told me after we were together.
13 years we've been together. We've had our separations. You know, he's always come back.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Rendon versus Cepeda. Step forward, please.
24-year-old Tanya Rendon is suing her ex-roommate, 23-year-old Crystal Cepeda, for 2 months' rent and utility bills. Tanya says Crystal was a disrespectful roommate.
Miss Rendon, Miss Cepeda was your roommate. According to you, she owes you a couple of months' rent and some utility bills. Miss Cepeda says you told her to leave the apartment. She owes you nothing. Who signed the lease to the apartment?
I did.
So it was just in your name?
No, it's both of our names, but she never stopped by the office to sign it.
Listen to me, Miss Rendon. If she didn't sign the lease was in your name.
It was printed with both of our names, but she...
Show me the lease. I mean, are you not following what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be easy.
What happened was that
I don't care what happened. This is a contract.
Yeah,
This is the only contract that exists with the landlord. Who signed it?
I did.
Period. We're going to start again. And I'm going to try to come down. You moved into the apartment. The lease is in your name only. Is that correct?
Yes.
But you moved in together.
Yes.
And according to you, you had an arrangement with her that you would split all the rent and all the utilities on
Yes.
this apartment. Lease is from September 1st, 06 to February 28th, 07. Yes. When did you move out?
I moved out January 31st.
Now, according to what I read, you paid January's rent, and then you went and withdrew money from the bank so that the check bounced.
Right.
Now, you try to explain to me why you do not owe January's rent if you lived there, according to you, until January 31st.
Because I wasn't really staying there.
I don't give a rat's behind whether you were really staying there or not. Your things were there.
Right.
So you owe January's rent.
Yes.
I would like to say something, Your Honor. She agreed to stay there till March 1st.
Why don't you be quiet?
Okay.
How much was your half of the rent?
$590.
Put your hand down. So far you owe her $590 for the month of January because you can't give her a bad check for January. Do you understand?
Yes.
Did you pay the utilities in January?
No, I did not.
How much are the utilities in January? January only.
January, they're $90 a month.
So far, that's $680. Now, according to you, she also owes for February. Now you can tell me why she owes for February when she moved out January 31st.
When she first moved in, the agreement was that she was going to pay $590 a month until March 1st. It was a 6-month lease. Throughout that time, she kept paying her rent late. She also was very disrespectful to the point that she had people have sex in our apartment with me there.
Wow. Tell me about February, because so far you haven't told me about February.
I couldn't find a roommate. Obviously, I had to come up with the money to cover for February because she just pretty much left. She didn't even bother cleaning the room.
She says that you told her to leave. Is that right?
2 weeks before the end of January, she told me that she had found a new roommate that would be moving in in the beginning of February.
Who that was?
She told me a girl that she found on Craigslist would be moving into the apartment.
So you decided to terminate this roommate relationship
Yes.
well prior to January 31st.
Yes.
Because you had discussed moving out.
Right.
You say it was her fault. She says it's your fault. It was clear from reading the complaint and answer that the two of you did not have compatible lifestyles.
Right.
All right. Go ahead.
So in January, at the middle of January, I decided, I guess I don't have a choice. She had notified me that I would have to be leaving the apartment because she found a new roommate, and so I decided, okay.
Where did you find this new roommate?
She was a friend of my ex-roommate, one of my ex-roommates.
And when did she move in?
She moved in March 1st.
So you had to cover the rent yourself in February,
Yes,
right?
I did.
That's too bad. She owes you $680 for January. Anything else?
No.
Anything else?
The bills, I mean, she didn't pay for the bills for January.
$680. Get over it. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
She was there for me at a really hard time in my life, and that's why it just sucks that this all happened.
Very disrespectful, bringing people, having...
Tina Smoot is suing ex-boyfriend John Bambino for a loan she made him while he was between jobs. John claims Tina manipulated him with her money.
All rise. This is case number 515 on the calendar in the matter of Smoot versus Bambino. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat, please.
Ms. Smoot, you and the defendant were dating, according to your complaint, and you loaned him some money.
Yes.
Mr. Bambino acknowledges that you gave him money, but he said it was just that. It was a gift. There was no indication when you gave him this money that you expected repayment of the money. You were sort of helping him out at a time that he needed to be helped out financially. He's counterclaiming because he says that in a fit of rage, you damaged his car, his clothes, and he also believes that you harassed him. That's his counterclaim. So tell me when you met him.
I met him in August of last year.
And when did you lend him the money?
In December of last year.
Tell me about it.
John had lost his job and he couldn't pay his rent.
When did he lose the job?
November.
What kind of job did you have, Mr. Bambino?
Car salesman, ma'am.
How long did you have that job with that company?
7 months.
Before that, where did you work?
As a correction officer for the state of New Jersey.
How long were you working there?
15 years.
Go ahead.
In December, I was coming into some money through a lawsuit, and I had extra money, and he asked me to lend him his rent money for the month of December, and that's what it was. I lent him the money.
How much was it?
It was $1,200.
$1,200 for rent. Go ahead.
And one bill is $452.07.
What was that for?
A home entertainment system.
Who bought a home entertainment
that
system?
I bought for him, that he was supposed to pay me back for.
No. Miss Smoot, listen to me carefully. If somebody doesn't have money to pay his own rent, then you don't buy him a home entertainment center and expect him to pay you back. You're not a baby, right?
Right, Your Honor.
What else?
Cable bill, $100. I have a check that he wrote, that I gave him a blank check to take to the doctors that has his name in the memo for $80.
Did she give you a blank check to pay a doctor?
Yes, ma'am.
What else?
A gas bill for $100 in December.
$100 even?
Well, his gas bill is way more than that, but I only paid $100 on it.
Go ahead.
2 checks for food, one for $87.40 and one for $42.71.
Made out to whom?
To Acme.
Did you use those 2 checks?
No,
No, I wrote them.
He doesn't know you for that.
Okay,
What else?
that's it.
Okay, Mr. Bambino. The ball is in your court, sir. Where are you working now?
Chevrolet 73.
So you're back to work?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So Ms. Smoot says that you said, if you pay my rent, as soon as I get a job, I'll pay you back. You say that's not true. Tell me what happened, Mr. Bambino. By the way, how old are you, sir?
43.
Have you been married?
Yes, ma'am.
You have children?
I have 2 daughters,
How old are they?
17 and 24.
When did you last live with them?
I have custody of my younger. Actually, I've had custody of both since my divorce in '98. I have custody of my youngest now.
So how are you supporting the children?
My mother helps me out, but I mean, I just ran into a tough time between, like, let's say the Monday before Thanksgiving, and I started my new job January 5th.
Right.
So it was approximately 6
So
weeks.
what you're telling me is your mother helps you out.
She helped me out in that particular time frame, yes, in the beginning of January.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
I met Tina, as she said, in the middle of August. We started the date.
Would you try looking at me
I'm sorry, yes,
rather than
ma'am,
keeping
sure.
your eyes closed? It's disrespectful.
I'm sorry. I met her in the middle of August at a club over in Philadelphia. Approximately 2 weeks later, she accused me of staring at a woman on the track. She told me to get in her Jeep. She started to give me a ride, which was the ride from hell. She just started driving down the interstate, doing approximately 70, 75 miles an hour, weaving in and out of traffic.
But after that, you took money from her.
No, well, ma'am, it's...
Listen to me. After that, you took money from her. So I'm not interested in a ride
I didn't
from
take
hell.
money.
Yes, you did.
She gave me the money, ma'am.
That's not what I said. I said you took money from her.
Yes.
After the ride from hell, which would have put me in a different county from somebody like that, you took money from her.
Yes.
Right. Did you think that the story you were going to tell me was going to make you a sympathetic character?
Not at all.
Good. Let's get to the money. Come on.
Oh, well, after several pretty bizarre things that Tina pulled between September and December, I tried cutting off the relationship several times. Tina's texts me 15, 20 times a day, calls me, begs me to let her back into our relationship, start our relationship over.
Is this your child?
No, ma'am. She's a witness in this factor. Tina, I let back in approximately 7, 8 times between September 1st all the way up to the February 11th. She just constantly says I'm cheating on her.
You want to know something? You want to tell the sad story? Go on Dr. Phil. Right. I want to know about the money.
The money. Tina would manipulate things and try to get me to let her back in. And after 3 or 4 weeks of constant texting me every day and please begging me to let her come back and start the relationship over, I did it several times. Tina...
Bambino, listen to me carefully. Get to the money.
I am.
In December, she may be desperate and she may find something about you attractive. Mr. Bambino, I do not.
I know that.
You are 43 years old. You look every day of it.
I know.
And
They
then some.
invited me.
And Mr. Bambino, and then some. I have children who are 43 years old, sir. That's not you. That's the first thing. Second thing is, let's get to the money in December. Excuse me, you date him?
No.
Perfect. Get to the money.
All right, I let Tina come back over in early December. She laid $1,200 on my couch and said, pay your bills with this. I don't care when you give it back to me, just pay your bills. She insisted. I did pay. I paid my rent with it, of course. The other things, utilities, she paid $100 for the heating bill.
Mr. Bambino, how do you think Miss Smoot knew that you didn't pay your utility bills and that you didn't pay your rent? How do you think?
By communicating
By you
with
telling
me.
her.
Mm-hmm.
And it was that kind of casual conversation that inspired her to leave the $1,200 on the table for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah. And it was at that time that you were concerned about her bizarre behavior that she exhibited 6 or 7 times.
Over that 6-month frame, yes.
Now, you were a corrections officer for 15 years, sir. You knew that there were certain prisoners that were dangerous,
Sure.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you were dealing with a dangerous prisoner, there were certain protocols. You made sure that you didn't put yourself in harm's way. That was your training, right?
Absolutely.
So here you're dealing with a lunatic, somebody who over the course of 6 or 7 months is doing crazy, bizarre things. So instead of cutting it off, you know where the courthouse is. So if you know if somebody is stalking you, somebody is annoying you, you go to the courthouse and you say, this person is stalking me, annoying me, I need a protective order. Instead, you had somebody stalking you, you took their money. No. You took their money. I didn't say loan, I didn't say gift, I said you took their money. Well, you did, you just told me that, Mr. Bambino. You told me she was stalking you, harassing you, doing all kinds of bizarre things, and she put $1,200 down on the table, and she paid your bills, and you took it. That's what you just told me.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You have to be a nice man, Mr. Bambino.
A very nice man.
No, you're not. If she's a nut, what you're supposed to do is not be a cad.
And later today,
Did you say to your daughter, listen, you did me a favor, I'll take care of getting the car inspected, tagged. Did you say that to her?
No, I
That's
did
what
not.
a mother does. That's what a mother does.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Tina Smoot claims ex-boyfriend John Bambino owes for a loan to help with his living expenses. John is countersuing for harassment and claims Tina intentionally damaged his property.
Okay. Now, it is your claim, Mr. Bambino, your counterclaim, that the plaintiff damaged your property, harassed you, and damaged your clothing. You want to tell me when that happened and where?
First week in November, Tina was going to North Carolina for a wedding.
And when did she give you the money, sir?
December.
On a sympathy scale, sir, of 1 to 10, this is about going to be a -5, because what you're going to tell me is that she, again, acted like a nut, but you took money from her the next month, right?
Yes.
Keep going.
She told me she would let me borrow her Jeep. I dropped off my friend's automobile that I was using at the time, which was a female friend of mine for 18 years. Tina, in the process, went in the glove box and found out who the car belonged to. She took a pen and ripped the whole roof of the inside of the car, ripped the leather on the seats, took a soda and threw it all over my clothes in the back. That's the incident in November.
Why did you do that, Tina?
I didn't go to that extreme.
What did you... Tina.
What happened?
Why did you do it?
I didn't do that, Your Honor.
Yes, you did. You did some of it.
I called him and told him to bring my Jeep.
What did you do to the stuff
I
in
poured
the car?
soda on his clothes. That was
You
all.
poured soda on his clothes. Is there a police report with regard to the damage to this friend's car?
No, ma'am, but I have pictures.
It's not your car.
It's not my car.
Did you fix the car?
Not yet.
Then you're not the person who can file this claim against Ms. Smoot. That would be the car owner.
Yes, ma'am.
And as far as throwing soda on your clothes,
So what?
you owe $1,480. You have to be a nice man, Mr. Bambino.
A very nice man.
No, you're not. If she's a nut, you're not supposed to take advantage of people who are not balanced. If you actually believe that Miss Smoot is not balanced, then what you're supposed to do is not be a cad and take advantage of her financially. You're supposed to say, I don't want your money. I don't want it as a gift. I don't want it as a loan. I don't want you in my life. I don't want that at all because I don't think you're balanced. I think that you should take this money and use it well by going to see a doctor who will maybe give you some medication to help you feel better. Instead, what you did is you took advantage of her because you're not a nice person. Nice people don't take advantage of sick people. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,480. Your counterclaim's dismissed. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
It was all a big joke to him anyhow.
That's totally not the case. It's totally not the case.
She thinks that something's going on between us. We're just co-workers. She's a little insane. She needs some medicine.
That's what she thinks.
I feel bad because she's not a bad person. She's got 2 beautiful daughters.
First of all, I don't have 2 daughters. I have a daughter and a son.
I'm not going to date women ever again.
I will never let anybody take advantage of me again.
I'm going to do a background check and, do what I got to do.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Zuloff versus Steck. Step forward, please.
19-year-old Jacqueline Zuloff is suing her mom, Shelley Steck, for the return of a 97 Pontiac Sunfire. Shelley says the car is titled in her name.
Ms. Zuloff, this is your mom.
Yes, ma'am.
According to your complaint, you believe that your mom conned you out of a car.
Yes, ma'am.
Your mother says that she did in fact purchase it from you and paid you for it. Tell me about the car. When did you buy it?
I purchased the car on February 9th, 2006.
How much did you pay for it?
I paid $400 for the car.
Who did you purchase it from?
It was a friend of my uncle's.
What kind of car was it?
It's a 97 Pontiac Sunfire.
Okay. Now I'll hear your story.
Okay. On July 31st, 2006, I went into labor with my daughter.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Are you married?
No.
Who do you live with?
My father.
Go ahead.
We had contacted my mother while we were at the hospital. Her engine had blown up in her car. When she arrived at the hospital, she asked to borrow my car because that way she could come back when I actually went into labor.
And you said, yes, you can borrow my car.
Yes, I did. The agreement was 2 weeks. After my mother had borrowed the car, after the 2 weeks, we had talked again, and at the time, I wasn't working.
What month was this?
This was probably around the end of October, beginning of November.
So she's had the car now August, September, and October for
Yes,
3
ma'am.
months. So far, is that correct that you were using your daughter's car for 3 months?
August, September, and 2 weeks of October.
Okay.
So she told me there was a couple things wrong with the car. Since I wasn't working, I couldn't afford to pay for it. And the insurance was $152 in my name. So she told me that if I signed the title and we put it in both of our names, that she could get cheaper insurance. She would, pay for it and give it back to me since I couldn't work and I had my daughter.
Okay. So
I went ahead, I signed the back of the title, and her boyfriend, George, he came to my house and picked up the title, and my boyfriend's mother had gone to bingo and met up with my mom, and that's when my mom had told her that I had sold her the car and that she wasn't giving it back.
Did she ever give you any money for the car?
No, ma'am.
Who paid for the insurance the 3 months that your mother had the car from August, September, and October?
My mom paid, but I had to pay for 1 month because I got a cancellation notice in the mail saying...
Which month?
I believe it was September.
Did she pay you back for September's?
No.
How many months of insurance did you pay for, Miss Steck?
Did I pay for it too?
Okay. Now I'll hear your story.
Okay. July 31st, my daughter went into labor. I was on my way to work when I got the phone call. A friend had picked me up to take me to work. She had called me and said she was in labor. My boyfriend had met me at the hospital where she was having the baby. I had asked if I could borrow the car so that I could come back and see her and the baby. I came back at 2 o'clock in the morning. I asked if I could borrow the car for a little while longer, and she said yes. So I took the car home. I let her know, I believe it was about 2.5, 3 weeks later, that I needed to keep the car a little longer.
And you had been driving the car?
Correct.
Keep going.
Okay. In September, I had noticed that Jacqueline's tags had expired on her car. I called Jackie, and I said, well, Jackie, you are going to have to get this car re-inspected because it is past the 60 days to put tags on the car. I said, there's a couple of things that you're probably going to have to fix because it's been since April that she had the car inspected. And she says, well, I can't afford to keep the car on the road with the insurance. I can't afford to get the car re-inspected and get it fixed. And I said, well, Jackie, I still need a car. I said, I'll buy the car from you and give you the $400 that you paid for the car since you don't want it anyway. And she was like, that's fine. I got a phone call from her father. Her father, whom I do not get along with, wants to know when I'm going to give her back the car.
Show me proof that you paid her for the car.
It was my daughter.
Show me proof that you paid her for the car.
I don't have any. So her father called me and said that, I need to give her car back. I said she's welcome to come and get the car anytime that she wants. Then I would talk to Jackie. Jackie's like, no, I don't want the car.
Why didn't you just, listen, you're driving her car now for 3 months. If you had to go and rent a car, you couldn't have done that for less than $200 a month. That's clear. So why didn't you just say to your daughter, because I've been using your car for 2.5 months, and because it's not a new car, and if it needs things, could be because of the way I drove it, the mileage I put on the car, I'll have it fixed, I'll have it inspected, I'll take care of it for you, honey. Thanks for letting me use it for the last 3 months.
It wasn't 3 months, Your Honor. It was only for a month and a half.
No, wrong. August, that's when you took it. September, and according to you, 2 weeks into October. That's 3 months. Because when you lease a car, if you only use it for 2 weeks, you pay for the whole month, right? That's what a mother does. Mother doesn't say, oh, this is a real good opportunity for me to get myself a good car.
That's not what I did.
That's exactly what you did. Did you say to your daughter, listen, you did me a favor, I'll take care of getting the car inspected, tagged. Did you say that to her?
No,
That's
I did
what
not.
a mother does. That's what a mother does. Where's the car title?
The one in my name or the one in hers?
The one in your name. Bird, figure out where she signs that title back to her daughter.
Where it says seller.
Yeah, signature cell up here. Sign and print your name.
Give the title to the plaintiff, please, Bird. Go pick up your car, madam. Thank you. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
My daughter did not want the car. Her father.
Damian Cecile is suing his former friend, Amy Brown, for money he paid to get her started in a vitamin selling business. Amy claims Damian breached his end of the deal.
All rise. Yeah, this is case number 453 on the calendar in the matter of Cecile versus Brown. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated, sir. Have a seat.
Pronounce your last name for me.
Cecile.
Mr. Cecile, I want you to understand that I have some familiarity with the kind of business that you're in. Do you want to explain it to Bird, or would you like me to do it?
The nature of the business?
Yes.
Essentially, I have my friend Ronald here who has been in the business for 12 years, and he...
Ronald doesn't have to explain it.
Okay.
I'm going to, in very simplistic terms, explain it to Bird. You tell me if I'm wrong.
All right.
Simple. You have this vitamin bottle, because that's what they sell, vitamins.
Mm-hmm.
And Ronald, that's this guy over here, he's been in the business 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
He sometimes sells these vitamins. But what he does mostly is get other people under him who sell vitamins. And depending upon at what level they buy in, they could buy in with $500 or $1,000 or $2,000, they get product. He brings him in, Mr. Sincere over here, buys $5,000 worth of product. He gets a piece of that.
Sure.
So it's like slavery, you know. What you do is he brings in, what's your first name?
Damian.
He brings in a lot of Damians. Damian 1, Damian 2, Damian 3, Damian 4. And whatever Damian orders from the business, not sells, but orders from the business, Ronald gets a piece of.
Multi-level marketing.
Correct. Now, so then it inures to Damian 1 through 5. They say, listen, we want to be Ronald too.
Of course.
So we're going to see if we can get, what's your name? Amy. A whole bunch of Amy's under us to buy as much product as you can, because they get a piece of whatever Amy buys.
Of course.
And
him
they
too.
also, and so does Ronald.
That's right.
Because Ronald gets a smaller piece of Amy, but he still gets a piece of Amy. And then, what's your name?
Davey.
What's your name?
Cody.
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 Amy then says, I want to get a whole bunch of Codys because that's the way I'm going to make my money. And he's going to get a little piece of Cody, and he's going to get a smaller piece of Cody, but everybody's going to get a piece of Cody. That's the way the game works.
Oh, yeah.
Got it?
That's right.
Pretty much. Now, you also reach certain levels in this business, because if you're a master, or if you're a guru, or if you're a titan, or if you're an Ogatunji, whatever it is, what happens is they give you perks.
Oh, yeah.
Do you get perks in your business, like a car?
If you get high enough, you do. Yeah, I'm not there
yet. You
yet.
think this is a scheme that I haven't been through a couple of times in my life?
No, I didn't say that.
All right, I got it. So if you get up really high, if you get to be a grandmaster Ungatunji, they give you a BMW.
Of course.
Or they give you a Mercedes. So there are advantages for Ronald to get a whole bunch of Damians, and for Damians to get a whole bunch of Amy's, and for Amy's to get a whole bunch of Codys, because in addition to getting the money, you also get the perks. That's the drill. Now, Damian over here got Amy involved in the business, and she bought inventory. How much worth, sir?
It was worth $5,000.
What are you asking him for? The questions are going to get harder.
Oh my. I think it was worth about $5,000, and he actually put up $3,300.
Okay, but you put up the money for her
Yes, I did.
on your credit card
Yes, I did.
because you were hoping that she was going to do well in the business, and she wasn't such a good salesperson. And she couldn't find a Cody if she killed herself. She couldn't find a Cody. So you ended up getting stiffed for your money.
Correct.
And she sent back some of her product,
Right, some of it.
but you want, because you're stuck with the bill now, because you're not a Grandmaster Ogatunji yet.
Right.
There isn't any such thing as a
There may be, I'm
Grandmaster
not that high
Ogatunji,
up,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I sort of made that up because it sounded funny. So you want her to pay you the money. Ms. Brown says you gave her all kinds of sales pitch. You told her she was going to make a fortune, that there were Codys floating around under every rock, that she was going to be able to sell these vitamins, that they were the greatest thing since sliced bread. And she couldn't do it because she was no salesperson. And since you didn't help her, she sent back the product that she hadn't used. If you have the bill, that's your problem.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
These are slick guys. This is the way they make a living. Ronald makes a good living. What kind of car do you drive, Ronald?
I drove a BMW.
And later today,
I called his dad hoping he would be able to help me out.
And what did he say to you?
He told me that I should do small claims court.
I'm going to give your dad a call.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Damian Cecere says he helped friend Amy Brown with a loan to get started in a vitamin selling business. Damian claims Amy has yet to pay him back.
Okay, we have certain things that we understand. We understand that he bought in for $3,300 and put it on his credit card. That is an agreed state of fact. It is also agreed that you agreed to pay him back that money for starting you in this business. This was going to be your business. You were going to be a grand female Ugatunja. Didn't work out. Wasn't your thing. So what did you do?
I asked for his help several times.
How did you do that?
Either phone conversations or via email.
And what did he say to you?
Usually it was, yeah, we need to get together and talk about this, which never happened. And after so many attempts, I just sent all the product back.
And what did he say?
He was fine with it as far as I knew. I told him I was going to do it, and he said he understood.
So, when did he decide to sue you?
I just was served about 2 weeks ago.
When was this that you sent back the product?
I believe it was May or June of 2006.
So why did you wait to sue her, sir? Is not an answer.
Okay. I wanted to work with Amy to give her an opportunity to pay back the remaining balance.
Well, had you asked her for it?
Of course.
How many times did you ask her for the balance?
Numerous. Both on the phone, and then when she started not returning my phone calls, our relationship was degraded to emailing. And I have in emails that she said she would indeed pay back the remaining balance.
Can I see it, please?
May I say something else, Your Honor?
Yes.
I absolutely did make every attempt to not only talk to Amy on the phone, but to get together with her, to involve her in opportunity meetings. Ronald also met her in Anaheim for a meeting. I feel like we put forth a very fair and aggressive effort to assist her with this.
It is clear to me that over the course of several months, you agreed to pay him.
And I agreed to make payments.
So why didn't you?
Because at the time I had lost my job, I was laid off, and I just bought my condo. And
you just bought your condo?
I just bought a condo, and then I was laid off, and then I was trying to get caught up with my other bills, which were a priority.
Well, then you acknowledged this debt to him.
A portion of it.
Well, which portion of it, madam?
I agreed to, he had agreed to help me with.
Listen, we're beyond that. We had agreed to help you. Now I have emails where you clearly acknowledge the debt, which belies what you told me, that he breached his contract to help you, which is why you don't have to pay him. So now we know that you agreed to pay him. So I'm asking you why. Is it because you bought a condo?
No, the condo was prior to even meeting him.
Well, so what does that have to do with paying him back?
Well, no, I had been laid off, and that's when I met him, and he convinced me to do this so that I could make money. Then
it didn't work out, and you returned the product, and you still said, I'm going to pay you. So what stopped you?
Well, I didn't agree with the amounts that he was saying I owed him.
Well, how much do you say you owe him? That's where I started 5 minutes ago.
Okay, I believe I owe him maybe $1,000 just based on the portions of it that I was able to sell.
Well, how much did you sell?
Maybe a couple $100s worth to just friends.
Where are your records?
There's no record. I mean, you sell the container to people for cash.
What do you mean, you sell it for cash and then you don't report it to anybody? Not even the government? How do you expect to pay your taxes?
Well, I don't know. This is something he was supposed to help me with.
He's not supposed to help you with that. This is your business.
Well, this is what he promised to help me with. I have the emails where he stated he promised to help me as well.
How much product? $3,300. How much product did you send back?
She returned $699.30, which was credited to my credit card, and she gave me a personal check for $300.
And you cashed it?
Of course.
Good.
Also, Your Honor, originally I gave Amy a can, 2 cans of product, which I said you can pay me back for. Just give me the same cans once you get your order, and she never did, so I had added that in as well.
You're going to have to live with that, sir. Damien.
Okay.
So she returned $700 worth of product, bringing it down to $2,600, and she gave you $300, leaving a grand total of $2,300.
And they actually prorated that. That they don't refund you the full amount, so they only give you, I think, 80 to 90% back.
And
that's what was credited to his credit card.
Well, that's all right. He has to be made whole. You're a big girl. How old are you?
36.
What?
36.
36. 36 years old. You make a decision. It doesn't work out. You have to take care of the consequences. These are slick guys. This is the way they make a living. They find people who are young, looking to start a new life, starting new business, not worked out in other fields, and they say, listen, you can make a lot of money. And some people make a lot of money. Ronald makes a good living, right? Damien, I don't know. Do you make a good living?
I'm working on it.
Well, how much did you earn last year?
With Just Relive?
Yes.
I'd have to look at my tax return.
Let's try to give me a round ballpark figure. Damien.
I'm going to say probably around $8,000.
8. You make a lot more. You've been there 12 years.
Yeah.
How long have you been in, Damien?
About 3 years.
Oh, when you're there 12 years, you're going to have that Mercedes you want.
I hope so.
What kind of car do you drive, Ronald?
I drove a BMW.
Now.
Can I say something?
Sure.
The business has a 1-year money-back guarantee. So at any point, she could have returned the product and got 90% of her money back. The business isn't designed for people to fail. If they don't want to do it, if they get a new job, that's okay. So if there was ever a discrepancy, she could have returned all the product and Damien would have got reimbursed. So.
But she didn't.
Right.
She's got to pay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Sure.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,300. Thank you. That's all.
Bodies are excused. You may step out.
Amy has a very dynamic personality. She knows a lot of people. That's why I thought she'd be successful.
He was a friend, and I was in a bad position and needed the money.
I feel bad because I like Amy, and I wish her good luck on whatever she decides to do.
I believe there's a few people that can make it, and the rest just kind of fall by the wayside.
It's unfortunate. I guess it's part of life. We've moved on. No hard feelings against Amy, and I'll continue to do this business.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter, Faye versus Malabar. Step forward, please.
19-year-old Megan Faye is suing her ex-boyfriend, 20-year-old waiter Kevin Malabar, for loans to pay rent and to buy a new cell phone. Kevin claims Megan is upset that he's moved on.
Miss Faye, it is your claim that you made 2 small loans to the defendant while you were dating.
Yes.
Mr. Malabar says that he doesn't recall you making any loans to him, that he doesn't need your money. He has no knowledge of any loans or financial gifts that you made to him. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Okay. You both go to school?
Yes.
When did you make the first loan?
It was August 7th.
2006?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
He said that his dad couldn't pay for his rent because his dad was getting a new job. So he wanted me to lend him the money until his dad could pay me with the new job, and that was $420.
What was the money for?
The rent money.
Where did you get the money from?
My savings account.
You have proof of that for me?
Yeah, I have the statements right here.
Can I see it, please?
I had to take 2 out. Okay.
You had to take 2 out because?
I was doing the ATM, so I didn't think I would be able to take $420 out at once, so I split it up.
Okay. Were you working?
Yes.
What kind of work were you doing?
I work at JCPenney's.
Full-time?
Part-time. I work between 15 and 30 hours while going to school.
But what about you, sir?
I work full-time at a restaurant as a server.
What was the next loan that you made to him?
I've been bugging him about a cell phone, so he told me that he wanted to get one, so his dad said he couldn't do it, so I went with him to open it, and...
What do you mean you were bugging him about a cell phone?
He didn't have a cell phone, so I'd have to call his friends, and he said that he would get one, and his dad would pay for it, but his dad couldn't do it at that time, so I went with him and opened one for him.
Well, he was working. Why didn't he buy it?
He just started, and I made him get that job. He didn't want to work. And
how much was the cell phone?
It was $200.
Okay, and you don't remember any of this, sir?
No, my father would pay cash for my rent. My parents are divorced, and they both would pay half of the rent.
So you have no information whatsoever about this $420 amount of money?
No, and what was the date she said she took that money out?
August 7th.
Our rent was due the 20th of every month.
Yes.
So I don't know why there would be the 7th of the month that she would be taking out money for my rent.
I don't know. That's
he
what
was going to visit his friend where he was living, and he needed it that day because he wouldn't get to it before the due date. That's what he told me. I was all just going on what he was telling me, and I didn't want him to lose his apartment, so I gave him the money.
Okay. Now, Miss Fay, you claim that after he refused to pay you back because you had some disagreement about his going out with somebody else, you contacted his father.
Yes.
And how did you contact him?
I had his cell phone because Kevin would use my phone to call his father and his mother. So I called his dad hoping he would be able to help me out.
And did you speak with him?
Yes.
And what did he say to you?
He said that he couldn't help me, that he talked to Kevin and Kevin wanted to do this on his own because he was 20, and that if nothing happens, he told me that I should do small claims court.
That's what his father told you?
Yes.
What's
he
your
didn't
father's
want to help me
telephone
out.
number, sir?
5763.
Is that his work number?
No, that's his cell phone.
Good. Did you ever meet him, by the way?
Yes. I would go to his house with Kevin. I would have to drive him because
Good.
he didn't have a car.
I'm going to give your dad a call.
Okay.
How's that?
That's fine.
Great. This is Judge Judy Sheindlin. How are you? Mr. I have a couple of questions for you. Do you have a moment for me, sir? Great, great. Do you remember sometime several months ago receiving a phone call from Miss Fay, your son's former girlfriend, Megan Fay? She discussed with you some money that she said your son had borrowed from her. Did she tell you how much he had borrowed? Did you agree to pay her that money? And did you speak to Kevin about it? And what happened? Okay. Did you tell Miss Fay that if he owed her money, that she should sue him? I absolutely agree with you, sir. You've met this young lady before, is that right? Ever had any difficulty with her before? Seemed like a nice young lady? Very good. Thanks very much. I appreciate your assistance. Bye-bye now.
He said.
There are always ways to figure out who's telling the truth, Mr. Malabar. If I can't get it from one source, I get it from another. Don't you feel foolish? 10 million people are going to know you're a liar.
I'm not lying here.
Yes, you are.
What did he say?
That's for me to know and for you to think about. But there's no question in my mind you're a liar. Judging for the plaintiff for the amount of $620. That's all. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
22-year-old Duanique Key is suing her cousin, 24-year-old Datiana Johnson, for stealing her identity twice. Duanique claims during separate traffic stops, Datiana gave her name to the officer.
Order. All rise. Yeah, this is case number 471 on the calendar in the matter of Key versus Johnson. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat.
You're going to find this really interesting, Bird. Guaranteed. You see, Miss Johnson over here got stopped by the police for a traffic infraction. The first time you were stopped, what kind of violation was it, Miss Johnson?
Speeding.
Speeding. And how fast were you going?
I think I was going like 60, I think. 50.
Could you keep your voice up, please?
Like 60 or about 55.
And when she got stopped for speeding, according to the complaint, which is, you know, not disputed by the defendant, she gave her cousin's name. Your cousin?
Yeah.
She gave her cousin's name because she didn't want to get in trouble. And that worked out just fine, except she never showed up to pay the ticket or anything else. She just let it go. Right?
Yes.
Then she got stopped again. And she figured it worked so well the first time, according to her.
Why not?
She gave her cousin's name again.
This must be her favorite cousin.
And what did you get stopped for the second time, Miss Johnson?
Running a stoplight.
In what jurisdiction do you live?
Los Angeles.
She again gave her cousin's name.
But can I explain the first time, you know?
It's not funny. I don't think you're funny.
I
don't think you're funny at all. So let me go further, and then we're going to get the details of this fiasco because, you know, I like to sort of lay out the situation. So she gives her cousin's name twice. Her cousin finds out about it. How?
I was getting insurance on my car, and the lady notified me that my license was suspended, and I had 2 tickets on my record. And I could not get insurance until the license was cleared up.
So your license, they suspended your license?
Yes, ma'am.
You're lucky they didn't issue a warrant for your arrest.
Yes. And this was, I was driving around. I didn't find out till like 10 months later that my license, it has been suspended 5 months before I even knew about it.
So she and her cousin discuss it, and she decides to do the responsible civic thing and goes to court and pleads guilty.
I plead guilty.
Yeah, she pleads guilty.
Okay.
And, and they assess her fines. And this is what the case is about. She wants her cousin to pay the fines, all the fines, for the 2 tickets she got.
Your
And
Honor.
the cousin says, I don't know. We're family. Because I was trying to understand what your defense is. So before I go on, I want to tell you both the following. What you did was a crime, Miss Key. Do you know that?
No.
Well, I'm going to explain that to you. When you go into court and you pled guilty, someone said to you, raise your right hand, you swear to tell the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
And then they said to you, what is your name?
Dwani Key.
And you told them your name. And then they said, how are you pleading? You said, I'm pleading guilty. And you're pleading guilty because you were guilty.
No, ma'am.
Well, that's what you were doing. When you enter a plea of guilty, what you're doing is you are perpetrating a fraud on the court. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a crime. You can't do that. You can't do that. And when you gave her name, that is a crime. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Is this the first time somebody told you it was a crime?
No, it's not.
When for the first time did somebody tell you it was a crime, Miss Johnson?
The second time after I did it.
You mean you didn't know the first time?
Well, the first time I was intoxicated and I just said the first thing came to my mind.
So not only were you speeding, you were drunk and speeding.
It was my birthday. But I mean, I was turning 21. So I was intoxicated that day.
Judge, the only reason why I pled guilty, she agreed to pay me. So we didn't have to go through all these court processes. She said, I'll pay you for it, don't worry about it. Under that, I said, okay. Once I got that money, I told her, this is how much it costs, you owe me this, and it has to be done by August 8th. That was our court date. I didn't get any money but $50 from her.
Just a second. You have a driver's license?
Yes, I do.
Go get it.
Your Honor, at the time she did.
Get your driver's license.
I didn't bring it with me today.
Go get your pocketbook. Get it and bring it in. Fast.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind?
Well, she told me she was going to do community service.
She's
for
not
it.
doing community service for you. Why should she do community service for you? What are you doing?
And later today,
Don't bother me with nonsense. You hear about furniture.
Well, when
Don't throw in the kitchen sink to a lawsuit because judges get irritated, especially this one.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Dwanique Key says her cousin, Datiana Johnson, used her identity during 2 traffic stops. Datiana claims on the first occasion, she was drunk.
Empty your pocketbook. Is that your driver's license?
My California ID.
I'll take it. Now empty your pocketbook. I want the driver's license.
I don't have the driver's license here.
Then empty your pocketbook.
You want me to take everything out of my purse?
I want you to give me your driver's license.
I didn't bring it. I didn't drive today.
Unless this court receives your driver's license, madam, within 3 days, it is my intention to inform the police department in Los Angeles to confiscate your driver's license. Do we understand each other? Do we understand each other?
Yes. Can I ask why, though? I mean, this is
Because you perpetrated a fraud on the court. Her driver's license was suspended when yours should have been suspended. Don't you get that?
And I had a failure to appear.
Don't you get that? Your driver's license should have been suspended. You were driving according to you drunk. You got a speeding ticket. You gave somebody else's name. The second time you did the same thing. You ran a red light and gave somebody else's name. And you still have a driver's license. Your driver's license should have been suspended. And if I don't get your driver's license so that you don't have it, it is my intention to inform the police department in Los Angeles, which I may do anyway. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
This belongs to me. Now, you have 30 seconds to tell me why you don't owe those fines.
Because I was under the impression that she did community service.
Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind?
Well, she told me she was going to do community service.
She's not doing community service for you. Why should she do community service for you? What are you doing?
She was doing it for herself.
I don't understand what you mean. She was doing it for herself.
Meaning because it's in my name.
I don't understand what you mean. She was doing it for herself.
Because she called me and told me that the judge ordered her to do community service. So when she told me that, I thought it was taken care of.
What do you do for a living?
Right now, I'm not employed.
How do you support yourself?
I have ways.
How do you support yourself?
My daughter's father.
Supports you?
Child support, basically.
Who do you live with?
My mother.
Why don't you work?
I was employed. I just recently stopped.
Why?
I was working through an agency, and they're looking for another job for me.
What kind of car do you drive?
A Cadillac.
I asked you a question. An answer I want.
A Cadillac.
What year?
98.
In whose name is the car?
It's in my name.
Where is it registered?
In Los Angeles.
Yes.
She just got that car, so she had plenty of time to pay me back. This car is brand new. Paid cash.
You must get a lot of child support. In any event, Miss Key, to whom do you owe the fines?
The Los Angeles District Court from Traffic Division, I believe.
And how much is owed to them?
Roughly $1,700. One ticket was $1,189, and the second ticket was $565.
Now, Miss Key.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't get any award for brains, because what you did was so wrong. And I understand that you may feel as if, well, it's family and you didn't want her to get into trouble.
Yes, ma'am.
But what you did was against the law. You do understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, you deserve to have a consequence. I assume that you did already have a consequence.
I had enough.
You had enough?
Yes.
I believe that that's probably true. She hasn't had any yet, but believe me, she's going to have plenty, because she's not going to have a license to drive around in this new Cadillac that's in her name. Because I had this. And the police department is going to be notified of her scam. You get it? Perfect. $1,754, judgment for the plaintiff. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I just think this is absolutely ridiculous.
I'm happy with the decision.
I know I did something wrong, but you know.
This is on my record.
I gave her $50.
$50? Come on.
Some people don't get nothing.
The ticket's what, $1,700? $50 couldn't make or break my tickets.
Yeah, I just have to get over it now.
I hope that she doesn't do it again.
She got her ruling, and now leave me alone.
She keeps where she stays, I keep where I stay.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Miller versus Simpson. Step forward.
25-year-old Leah Miller is suing her ex-roommate, 21-year-old waitress Angelica Simpson, for her share of the furniture purchased for their apartment.
Miss Miller, you and Miss Simpson were friends and roommates for a while. You claimed that when she moved out, she took half the furniture in the apartment that you had both purchased on a credit card.
Correct.
You are stuck with the credit card, and she took half the furniture.
Correct.
Ms. Simpson says she did not take half the furniture.
Correct.
She only took a bed,
bedroom set.
Bed, and she left items there that are worth far more than the bed that she took. Now, when did you move in together?
February of 2005.
Was it a one-year lease?
It was actually 15 months.
And when did you move out?
I left the last weekend in January.
And that was by agreement?
Correct.
When did you purchase the furniture?
February of 2005.
What did you purchase?
She purchased a bedroom set. I purchased a bedroom set.
When you say she purchased a bedroom set and you purchased one, were they purchased on two different credit cards or one credit card?
No, they did a joint account for both of us. So we were both liable for it.
Okay. Continue.
I also purchased a living room set, and she purchased her bedroom set, which included a bed, a dresser, an end table, a mattress. I purchased the same thing, plus a living room set, which included a couch, a coffee table, an ottoman, and a love seat.
Okay, go ahead.
One night, I came home, and I saw her and her friends playing quarters on my brand new coffee table. I confronted her about it.
When you say you purchased the living room furniture,
yes.
Were you jointly paying the bill with her?
We had separated her cost from my cost, and we came up with an agreement that she would pay me $60 a month for her portion, and then I would pay the rest.
She only has responsibility for the bedroom furniture.
Correct.
And that's all that you're suing for.
Well, also, as the time went on, as we were living together, I found things missing from my room.
I don't care about things missing from your room.
Well, I had to purchase a lock to put on there, and I came home with her playing games on my...
Listen to me. I don't care if you had to put a lock on your room. I read it. You had to put a lock on your room for $2?
It was actually 15. Yeah.
In the scheme of things, you're talking about nothing.
Well, I had things missing from my room. Shirts, underwear I had missing from my room.
Good. I'm not bothering with that.
Yeah. Okay.
You had other people living there, other people staying there, other people staying over. Don't bother me with nonsense. You hear about furniture.
Well, when
Don't throw in the kitchen sink to a lawsuit because judges get irritated, especially this. Okay. How much was your bedroom furniture?
The whole set together was around $1,300. It was like $1,300 and some change. Actually, Your Honor, I have evidence that hers was $1,412. That would be including the tax, probably.
$1,412. And how much of that did you pay, Miss Simpson?
I started paying her when I moved out. Like I said, I left a TV there that I had purchased for $500. There's also entertainment center, dishes, mirrors, things of that nature that were there that I had left there that I didn't take.
Just a second. Did you have, Miss Simpson, any agreement?
Yes.
Listen, you're not letting me finish my sentence. Did you have an agreement with Miss Miller that in lieu of paying your portion of the bill, $1,412, you were going to leave items in the apartment?
No.
Then I'm not interested in what you left.
But that's where I was going with this. I had moved out of the apartment and had paid her $55 for so-on months. Then
For how, just a second.
it was.
You talk
I
very,
didn't start. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
You paid her $55 a month for how many months?
It was for 6 months.
Okay.
No.
Shh, just a second. $55 a month for 6 months.
Yes.
Okay, that would be $330.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Then I'm a waitress, so I make all my money in tips, and I was paying her in cash. A incident arose with my mom when she pointed out that it was both my name and Miss Miller's name on the contract. So if I was paying her the money, how would I know that she was paying it to More Furniture? So I went into More Furniture and wanted to separate my name for her name on the account. They told me I was not allowed to do that.
Correct.
And that if we didn't pay off the money by the date with no interest, we would have to pay all of the back interest. When I brought this up to her, she did not want to give me receipts for the back payments, nor she had also moved out of the state and had given me a P.O. box where I could send her money, but I wasn't getting anything in return for paying her money. So my agreement was, well, if you're not...
What do you mean your agreement?
Or my side of it was, if you're not going to be proving to me that I'm paying you and give me a copy of the statement, then I will pay the money directly to More Furniture, but not to you.
So
you don't
did you
need to
do
be
that?
the middleman.
Did you do that?
No, because she hasn't been making the payments. They told me that...
Don't tell me what they told you.
Okay.
Do you have your statement?
Yeah, I have all
I'd
the
like to
statements right
see
here.
it. I'd like to take a look at it.
Here's
How
the
much-
statement.
Shh.
Oh, sorry.
How much money, if any, did she give you after she moved out?
$320.
No, she's making the payments.
Well, and this is my issue is, like you said, my furniture and her furniture is together, and there wasn't a minimum payment. So when or if it's not paid off, it's still gonna hurt my credit. That's what I'm saying. I have no problem paying the furniture. That's not the issue. I will pay the furniture and More Furniture. It was contacting Leah to make the payment.
But right now it's more than $1,412 because right now they've added interest.
Right.
Right.
But they won't separate us from each other.
So there's just a second. Well, she's paying something. You're paying nothing.
Sure. No, and I understand that. But
But you have to pay something, madam. Where are you sleeping?
Well, I have a house.
You're sleeping on the bed.
Yes.
So you have to pay something.
I understand that. But I have an
Right.
agreement with More Furniture to pay the furniture.
I don't see that. Where are you standing there all by yourself with a big smile? Where is the agreement that you have with More
I
Furniture
can't
to
get
pay
a copy
to
of it because my name and her name's on it without her permission.
Just a second. So how can you have an agreement without a copy of the contract?
Well, that would be the original contract.
No.
Okay.
Okay. 1,412 less 320 is $1,092.
Can I say something?
Sure.
In the months that I have been paying it, I've had to pay extra, and I was working 2 jobs. I know it's $60.
That's good for you.
But I have had back payments and all this stuff that I've had to come up with.
Good. That's what happens when you act stupid and take out a joint credit card with somebody. She owes you $1,092. And as soon as you receive that money, you will sign an agreement with her that the court will prepare that you are totally indemnifying her against any claim by Miller Furniture for this furniture, and they can deduct forthwith from your salary or your income tax refund, if any. Okay. You do work, don't you?
Yes.
Perfect. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,092. Wait around to sign the contract. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I bought the furniture. I owed money for the furniture. It's going to the right.
LA operations manager Lonnie Reynolds is suing 17-year-old Hillary Sue, Sophia Trujillo, and her son, 18-year-old Nico. Lonnie claims the defendants assaulted him and damaged his car.
All rise. Yana, this is case 526 on the calendar in the matter of Reynolds versus Sue Trujillo.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Let's see.
Whose car was it that was damaged in the parking lot of the restaurant?
It was mine.
Your name is?
Hillary Sue.
What kind of car did you have, sir?
It is a Lexus SC400.
According to the complaint, because you have a counterclaim, you are in charge of the valet service at a restaurant called Buca de Beppo.
That's correct.
Where is that located?
Huntington Beach, California.
And you all went there for dinner?
Yes.
Right.
And when you came out of the restaurant, you were advised that your car was in an accident or something happened to your car.
Yes.
So you went outside, and at some point you contacted Mr. Reynolds.
Yes.
At what time did you receive a call, Mr. Reynolds?
Approximately 11:30 p.m.
Where were you when you received the call?
At home.
Who did you receive the call from?
The restaurant called me, then the valet manager called me, and then Hillary Sue called me, and then Sophie Trujillo called me.
Why did you call him?
Well, what happened at first when we first came out, we were never notified that the car had been damaged. So what we did is I went into Buca de Beppo's to ask what I could do because they said they were not liable because they had a valet company that was responsible. So
That's what they said.
That's what they said.
Now, may I please see the damage to the car?
Sure. This is before the accident, this is after.
Now, Mr. Reynolds, you got out of bed, I assume, and went to the restaurant.
I was still up. I'm on call until the restaurant actually closes and the valet's clear.
How long did it take you to get there?
Less than 5 minutes.
Now, jumping to what your claim is, you claim that you were assaulted, your car was assaulted, your suit was assaulted by these people when you got there. So that's your claim. And the defendants say nothing could be farther from the truth. You were really the aggressor. You got there and you were in a foul mood. You wouldn't speak to them. When they tried to speak to you, you assaulted who?
Me.
And
then he grabbed Nico's neck.
So you have a counterclaim. And you have a claim for the damage done to your car.
Yes.
So you got there at approximately 11:35. Is that what you're saying, Mr. Reynolds?
Yes.
And first you spoke to the valet manager?
Yes.
I assume you asked him what happened.
That's correct.
And did the valet manager acknowledge to you that they had somehow damaged Mr. Tsu's car?
No, they did not.
Well, what did the valet manager tell you?
He said that the client had a claim that there was front bumper damage to their car, which they had no knowledge about. They pulled the car up right in front of the restaurant, and the customer said, my bumper's been damaged.
How long have you been working for this company, sir?
20 years.
And in the 20 years that you've been working for the company, how many times have you responded to situations like this where the valet person says, oh, it's my fault, I damaged the car? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? You understand the question? Would you estimate that that happens 50% of the time?
No, less than that.
A lot less.
Very.
Because that's been my experience. That very rarely do the valet people say, oh, I acknowledge that I damaged the car. That's the way the car got here. So when you spoke to the valet manager and he said, I didn't do this to the car, what did you do?
I took the report from Hillary. I took pictures of his vehicle. I exchanged information.
Tell me what information you exchanged.
My business card.
Can I see the business card?
This was given to Hillary. At that point, he said that. Sorry.
Okay. Did anyone ask you for your insurance?
It's commercial insurance? Yes, Sophie did.
And what did you tell her when she asked for your insurance?
I said, we do not carry commercial insurance policies around with us. You need to call the insurance agent tomorrow, anytime between 9 to 5 p.m.
And what did she say to you after you said, you have to call the office, here's my card?
She became very agitated.
What did she say?
Well, she started threatening me, then hitting my car.
What did she say, is my question.
Well, give me your business card was the first thing she said. And then I was on my way to take pictures of the exit ramp, and that's when she started striking my vehicle.
When you say you were on your way, what did you do? Did you get back into your car?
I was in my car.
What kind of car were you driving?
A Denali, a GMC Denali.
That's a large...
Yeah, large vehicle.
Large vehicle. So you didn't get out of the car when you were talking to her. Did you get out of the car when you were talking to Mr. Tsu?
Yes. And then I got in my car to drive around the restaurant. When I was halfway around the restaurant, that's where Mrs. Trujillo stopped my car.
How did she stop your car?
By standing in front of it. And then I rolled down the window, and then she started asking, what are we going to do about this? And I said, I already exchanged information with Mr. Tsu, and that I'm going to go take pictures of the exit ramp. I've already taken pictures of his car, and then we'll connect him to the insurance agent.
Then what happened?
Oh, she started yelling at me, wishing that I would die on the way home. And I said, is this conversation over? Because we're not talking anymore. And then she said, give me your business card. I gave it to her. And then she started hitting my car.
With what?
Her fists.
Go ahead.
Then I got out of my car, walked around the back, and then that's where the Trujillo and Husu, there were 6 of them, slammed against my car and assaulted me.
Mr. Tsu did that?
Mr. Tsu.
What
Sophie,
did he do?
They're all pulling and shoving me.
What did Mr. Tsu do?
It was a mass of hands and people. It was dark, raining. It was just Sophie when I came around. When I got out of the vehicle, it was just Sophie. When I came around, her whole family and friends ran up and started hitting and kicking me.
And then what happened?
There was a bunch of yelling and shouting. The valets came up, helped me get the people off of me. The valet called the police, and the police came and separated us.
Can I see the police report, please?
There was no police report.
Why not?
Because I wanted to press charges for assault and she wanted to press charges for assault. The police said we'll both go to jail that night. And I said, oh, I don't need any record of this because for my job, they do background reports. And I said, I was just defending myself. And they said, well, you have to explain that to the judge.
So you chose not to prosecute, therefore there was no police report?
Exactly.
Did you go to an emergency room, sir?
No, I didn't need any.
So that you weren't injured as a result of any of this pushing and shoving?
Not me physically, no.
And the suit that you brought is to show me that your sleeve was pulled out of its socket?
Yeah, they pulled on my sleeve and they ripped my jacket pocket, which emptied all the contents of my jacket pocket onto the ground, which broke the digital recorder, which recorded the whole incident.
Does it work now?
Yes, it does.
I'd like to hear it.
I never knew at that point that he was recording me. I guess he was
What
recording
difference does it make, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You behaved badly.
I never touched him, never. But he pushed me away. That's when my son Nico came in and said, hey, do not touch my mom.
Oh, he put his hands on both of you?
On both of us. And I have pictures here to where he put his hands on my son's neck.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Valet manager Lonnie Reynolds claims Hillary Sue, Sophia Trujillo, and Nico Trujillo owe for an assault and for damage to his car. The defendants are countersuing for damage to Hillary's car. They also claim it was Lonnie who assaulted them.
Is there anything else on you, Mr. Reynolds?
It's just me talking to 911.
Okay. Could you turn this off, please? Okay. Now, Mr. Tsu, are you in any way related to Ms. Trujillo?
No, I was working for her.
Now, at the time that this incident happened, you had already received Mr. Reynolds' card. Is that correct?
Yes.
So my question to you, Ms. Trujillo, is why did you get involved in this incident at all?
Your Honor, the reason why I went around was because I had went around because I knew that there had to be a place that they wrecked the car because they kept saying that they did not wreck it. So I did. I walked around the entire building of Buca de Pepos and I found the location where they hit the dip and damaged the car. So when I came around, that's when he was getting ready to leave. My son called me and he's like, Mom, he's getting ready to leave. He's not going to stay here. And I said, he has to stay so he can talk to me.
No, he doesn't.
But I was trying to make sure that Hillary would get his car taken care of.
It has nothing to do with you. He had already gotten the business card. His car was damaged at the parking lot. Mr. Reynolds acknowledged that to the police.
No, but
Judith! Okay. I just heard what you said on the recording. You said his car was damaged by the valet in the parking lot. That's what you said to the police.
That's
right?
Correct. Yes.
Why didn't you acknowledge responsibility to Mr. Tsu? I mean, you know, they've already been eating and drinking for 3 hours. I don't know whether he was drinking. I'm not so sure about Ms. Trujillo. I mean, I heard her foul mouth, and I heard her overreacting, and I heard your gait, which would have infuriated me, were at my car, where you say, you modified your car.
Yes.
Which means we're not responsible if you modified your car. That's not what you told the police. You told the police the valet damaged the car, which means you damaged the car. Why didn't you just say that to Mr. Tsu?
I did say that to Mr. Tsu, that we are not responsible for his car since he modified it and he needs to speak to the insurance and they will evaluate it.
But you are responsible.
Not for a modified vehicle.
Who says so?
Almost all insurance policies state when you modify your vehicle, unless you go back and say, we have altered our vehicle to this extent and we'd like additional coverage, they will only cover just a stock car.
Listen to me very carefully, sir. Then you have to teach your valets not to take possession of a modified vehicle. Because once you accept the responsibility of a car, you're responsible not to slam it into a pole or slam it anyplace else. And you didn't equivocate when you said to the police, our valets damaged the car. You didn't say our valets damaged the car, but it was a modified vehicle, therefore we're not responsible. I didn't hear that. I heard what you said to the police, which was, I'm the good guy here. I don't know what happened. Here I am talking in a very quiet tone to people who are a little excited. I don't know why everybody's getting upset. I came here, my valets were responsible for the damage. We're going to take care of the damage. And she just assaulted my car and assaulted me. That's what you said, in effect. The truth of the matter is, Mr. Reynolds, you were passive-aggressive that evening. All you had to do was say, It's our responsibility because once your valets take control of a car, they're responsible. And if they don't want to accept the responsibility of a modified car, and I don't know how it was modified, and I don't care, then they don't accept the responsibility. They say, you'll have to park that car yourself. I've been to Buca di Beppo, not in Huntington Beach, but I've been there. You can either valet park your car or you can park yourself, right?
That's correct.
So you say, we're not accepting responsibility for your car? Park yourself. You chose not to do that. You chose to accept the responsibility for his car, so you're responsible. Now, you behaved badly, Miss Trujillo, but I'm going to hear you.
I did, ma'am, and I apologize.
You behaved badly. Wasn't your business. You had the business card. There's no question in my mind that you hit his car.
Basically, what I did when he was coming around, he was going to take off again, and I was close to his car by like the back wheel. So what I did is I hit the back window with my hand, and I did touch his vehicle. I did. And I apologize for behaving the way I did. Unfortunately, I kept asking him, me being a business owner,
what did you want him to do at midnight?
Professionally.
You're absolutely right. He should have done that.
And we would have never had that.
He didn't.
Right.
He didn't. But that doesn't allow you.
Does not allow my language. No, it does not. No. And I apologize.
I want you to tell me what happened when he got out of the car.
So what he did is when he got out of the car, he's like, step away from my vehicle, step away from my vehicle.
Did you?
Yes, I did. And then that's when he got his hands like this. I never touched him, never. My language may have been very bad, and I apologize again, but he pushed me away. And you can hear it on the tape, that's when my son Nico came in and said, hey, do not touch my mom. And so Nico's separating me, and he's separating Lonnie.
So he put his hands on both of you?
On both of us. And I have pictures here to where he put his hands on my son's neck.
Can I see that, please?
And also the necklace that he broke off the night that it happened.
Tell me about when you put your hands on his neck, Mr.
It was in
Reynolds.
self-defense, pushing them away from me. If you listen to the tape, you can actually hear them kicking and hitting me if you listen closely.
If they were to hit and kick you, sir, you would have had injuries.
Not necessarily. I was standing between me and the car, pushing these massive people away.
Listen to me. You told me a moment ago that there was just pushing and shoving and no injuries. That's why you didn't go to the hospital. That's why you were injured. There was pushing and shoving. Now you're telling me that there was kicking.
Yes, I had a footprint on my pants.
I don't see any injuries. I see injuries to his neck.
I didn't have any physical injuries to myself.
How did the injuries to his neck happen?
Pushing him away from me and getting him off of me.
Now, when did he come over to you, sir? Before or after you put your hands on his mother?
Before. As I rounded the back of the vehicles when they got me.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a minute, Mr. Reynolds. I don't believe that he came up to you until you just got out of your car and pushed his mother away. And I think that what happens is, if you put your hands on his mother, he reacts. Is that what happened?
Correct.
He shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't have put your hands on his mother. Touching your car is no excuse for putting your hands on his mother. You didn't hurt her, but you put your hands on her first. How much is it going to cost to fix your car?
We have an estimate here from Lexus. It's $1,847.58.
And I have a counter estimate that shows it's a fraction of that to fix the same vehicle.
From Lexus?
Yes, from Lexus.
Oh, I'd like to see. Yes.
Here's the pictures of the car, and that's including the aftermarket parts and the stock parts.
I don't know what it means, aftermarket parts.
He modified his vehicle by putting a bumper that hangs real low up front for looks.
Did you do that?
No.
No. You want to know something? I drive a car that has a low bumper too. It happens not to be a Lexus. Do you know how many times the bumper gets pulled off and cut like this? Twice so far.
I have pictures showing how low his car is to the ground.
I don't care. It doesn't make any difference, sir. I just told you.
Okay.
I just told you. You're responsible. If you don't want to accept cars that are modified, he says he didn't do it. Maybe he bought it that way. Who knows? If you don't want to accept it, train your people not to accept the cars and tell them to park elsewhere. Once you accept a car, you accept it as it is. So you can't double talk me, Mr. Reynolds. You are legally responsible, and they can take the car wherever they like to have it fixed. This is not an estimate that you just gave me. Lexus estimate is an estimate. And that's about, unfortunately, what it costs for a new bumper. I can tell you that because they tried to get that for me for my car until I explained to them that this was the 20th time that it had happened to a car that I knew about. And I said, if you have a design flaw in your car, that's your fault, not mine. Anyway, this is your fault, not his. And you have to take care of it. That's on your counterclaim.
Yes.
So you can sit down.
Okay, thank you.
Now, you were not injured. Is that right?
No, ma'am, I was not.
You have a claim for what?
He was suing us, so I counterclaimed with him because he said that we damaged his pen, his jacket. There's an estimate here saying that he lost hours of revenue, gratuities, a day out of service, his car was out.
Is that a claim that he filed? No. Take it. Go like this. Good. Perfect. Mr. Reynolds had a job, and his job was to calm the situation that day. I don't think that he did that. I think that he spoke in a monotone voice, which at some point can be very irritating. Mr. Reynolds should have done when he reported there that evening is say, I'm sorry, our valet lied to me, or at least said it to himself. Our valet lied to me. He did, in fact, damage your car. If you call the office tomorrow morning, we'll make arrangements to have it fixed. That's what you should have said. You chose not to say that. Ms. Trujillo was absolutely wrong in putting her hands on your car. Now, do you have photographs of your car to show any damage to your car as a result of her putting her hands on your
No,
car?
it's not my car. It's a company vehicle.
Very good. So that you're not suing for that?
Yes, I am. I had to pay for it.
Well, let me see pictures of the damage.
I do not have pictures.
You do not have pictures of the damage?
No.
You have pictures of this damage?
Yes.
Well, then you
Those
should have
are
taken pictures. Shh. Should have taken pictures of that damage, Mr. Reynolds. You know the business. You've been in the business 20 years. So your claim for damage to the car is dismissed, as is your claim for assault, because the first person that put their hands on somebody was you when you put your hands on Ms. Trujillo, who acted badly, whose counterclaim I'm dismissing. But you were the one who put your hands on her first. Now, as far as his claim is concerned, I believe that he was protecting his mother because you put your hands on her. And you did, in fact, injure and scratch him. Would have been smart to sort of stay out of it. Your mother could have taken care of herself, just using her words. But you're not allowed to put your hands on another human being. So, Mr. Tsu, you get for your car $1,847.58.
Yeah.
And you get nothing. And you get $250 for the scratches on your neck because he can't do that.
Okay.
And Mr. Reynolds, you just got a dressing down. That's all. Your case is dismissed.
Parties are excused. You may step up.
Restaurant owner Nathan Hillesheim is suing former customer, 22-year-old Carl Thompson, for the cost to replace a storefront window and a neon sign. Carl is countersuing for medical bills.
Yeah, this is case number 585 on the.
Just take your hands out of your pockets. Stay right where you are. Thank you.
Yeah, this is case number 585 on the calendar in the matter of Hillesheim versus Thompson.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in, Your Honor. You may be seated, gentlemen. Have a seat, please.
Mr. Hillesheim, you own a restaurant?
I do, yep.
What kind of a restaurant is it?
It's a sandwich shop, Herbert and Gerbert's.
According to your complaint, Mr. Thompson came into your restaurant on a particular day. What day was it?
February 9th, about 1:50 in the morning.
And according to you, he came in intoxicated.
No, he was drunk.
That's what I said.
.256.
And he started a fight, and he went through your plate glass window. You want him to pay to repair the window.
Plus the neon sign was broke, too.
Mr. Thompson says in his counterclaim that one of your employees pushed him through the plate glass window, and he is counterclaiming for $5,000 from his medical bills and his pain and suffering. Right? That's your counterclaim.
Yeah, exactly.
How old are you, sir?
22 years old.
Where had you been drinking on the night of February 9th?
Well, I started at Scheid's bar, and I made it down to Brothers, and those are the only two bars.
What time had you started?
I honestly couldn't even tell you.
Was it dark?
Yeah, it was dark out.
Who were you with?
I was with a whole bunch of people, a whole group. There was probably 15 of us out that night or so.
Who went to the sandwich shop?
It was me, Jared, my other roommate, Nate.
How many of them were you?
There was 5 of us in there.
How did you get there?
I just walked.
From where?
Brothers Bar.
And what did you go in there for?
I just wanted to get a sandwich.
When you got in there, what happened, Mr. Thompson?
Basically, I was...
Do you remember what happened?
Yeah, I do.
You weren't too drunk to remember?
No.
Were the police called that night?
Well, yeah.
Did they take a blood alcohol reading on you?
Guess it did.
What was it?
It was .256, but I must say this was after my arm was cut and I'd lost probably over a pint of blood. I don't know if that's going to affect my blood alcohol content.
Nah, you got plenty of blood, sir. You got plenty of blood.
It was a .256, yeah.
So well over the legal limit.
Yeah.
But you remember everything that happened?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much.
After I lost all that blood in my arm, I started getting kind of out there a little bit.
You'd been to the restaurant before?
Yeah.
Ever had any trouble there before?
No, never.
So tell me what happened when you walked in.
Basically...
No, not basically. Look at me and tell me what happened. You walk in with your 5 friends.
Yeah, me and my friends went in there to go get a sandwich, and basically the next thing you know, I get...
I don't want to hear basically. If you say you remember what happened, sir, I want to hear what happened. Don't look down. You want somebody else to tell me what happened?
No.
Yeah.
Shh. Quiet.
No.
I'll get to you.
Fair enough.
I went into this sandwich shop. I was assaulted by another man.
Nothing happened first. You didn't say anything to anybody.
No.
Okay, let's stop with you. Let's go. Were you there that night?
No, I wasn't there that night.
You were. Step up. Tell me your name.
Name's Brett.
Brett?
Brett.
Where are you?
Where am I?
Yeah, you're in a court. Do you have a last name?
Keys. I'm sorry.
What do you do in the sandwich shop?
I'm usually a delivery guy, but at that particular night, I was working behind the counter.
Do you remember Mr. Thompson and his group coming in?
I do.
You remember what happened?
I do.
You want to tell me what happened?
Well, I was working behind the counter at the time, and I heard an altercation begin, so I walked around the counter and began wiping off the tables so I could make sure nothing got out of control.
What did you hear?
Right away, all I heard was just Mr. Thompson talking about this girl going home with this black male, and I didn't think anything of it at the time, but then...
Do you remember what he said?
I don't remember. I wasn't I could just hear him saying something.
Your Honor, I could clear this up real easily, too, if you'd like. Get it explained.
You weren't there.
I know I wasn't, but...
Then you can't explain.
I've got a guy here, though, that actually can.
Oh, you have another witness?
Yeah, see, I think he was...
Well, just a second. If you have another witness, I'll hear the other witness because this one is fuzzy.
Okay.
Where's the other witness?
Dante. Gonna bring Dante up.
Dante who? That's okay.
Sorry, dude. John Blanks.
Dante. Here's your right hand. You swear to tell the truth in these matters?
I do.
State your name for the record.
Dante Pettis.
Mr. Pettis, I assume you were in Mr. Hilsheim's restaurant.
Yes, ma'am.
On the evening of February 9th.
Yes, ma'am.
Were you eating there?
I wasn't actually eating there. Me, two female friends, and another male friend of mine, they were actually eating. We were waiting for a cab at the time of the altercation.
Can you tell me what happened, if you remember what happened with Mr.
I remember
Thompson?
very well. As we sat at one of the booths, he came up and was making comments towards, like, racially, saying, like, why are you going home with these guys or whatever? The only thing they're going to do is, like, sleep with you tonight and then never call you and things of that nature.
So he was addressing this group that you were with?
Yes.
Was he using any words that were negative?
It wasn't actually the words that was negative, it was just the demeanor of which he was using them.
How far was he standing from your table when he said that?
Oh, at that time he was maybe right at the end of the table.
So what happened next, Mr. Pettis?
I was a bouncer. I've been a bouncer in the city of Winona, so I know how to kind of diffuse the situation. So me and the two young ladies decided to go outside just to wait for the cab out there. And one of the young ladies walked back in, and I saw her say something. I don't know exactly what she said. I don't know who she was talking to or whatever. So I walked in following that. Next thing I heard was, oh, you think I'm racist? You think I'm racist? I'm the wrong MFer, to be called racist and this and that. Next thing...
Who was saying that?
He was. Then the next thing, he swung at me.
Swung at you?
Yes, he took two swings at me. I retaliated.
Take hands out of your pockets.
I actually retaliated. I hit him a couple times, and that's when Brent kind of came from behind the counter already or whatever. He tried to defuse the situation or whatever, and the young man over there was pretty drunk at the time, and he slipped through the window.
You don't remember any of that, Mr. Thompson?
Any of that just went on? I do remember some of that.
Well, how come you forgot all about that when you were telling me what happened? The next thing you knew, you said you got... When I asked you what happened, you said you walked in, and the next thing you knew, you got pushed through a plate glass window. You forgot all about this whole thing.
See, I didn't know. I thought I was coming here today to pretty much go to court over me getting thrown through the window. I didn't know any of this stuff was going to be part of it at all.
What do you mean you didn't know that was...
I didn't know. Pretty much what I thought it was like that. The only thing that I was pretty much going to come here to pretty much argue was just the fact that I was thrown through a window unreasonably.
Well, just a second. Mr. Thompson, there were events that led up to that. You didn't walk into a restaurant and order a tuna on whole wheat toast, and somebody said, I don't like people who order tunas on whole wheat toast. He'd go through a plate glass window. There was something that transpired, Mr. Thompson, that led up to an altercation.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Right here, you see Brett grab onto me, and I just get tossed and watch. Not only does he do that, he keeps throwing me around. Watch him.
I don't see him throwing
I'm still getting thrown out to me right there, getting thrown around by him still. Look at him.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Restaurant owner Nathan Hillesheim says a drunken customer, Carl Thompson, fell through a plate glass window in a store. Carl claims he was pushed through the window by one of Nathan's employees.
So when I ask you what happened...
You know, Your Honor, this is so ridiculous that I can't even believe this is... No, what's going on right now, Your Honor, is all these guys know each other. Like, everything that he said is flipping everything around. They're flipping it upon me. Like, I didn't say anything racist to him at all the whole time. There was nothing of the sort. I don't even know who was yelling out the door or whatever. And all of a sudden, the next thing you know, Your Honor, I'm sitting there, and he left to go outside, and he comes back in, and I get blindsided hit. That's what happened. That's how the fight started, and then I retaliated after that.
And when you retaliated, what happened?
Nothing. I just was defending myself on it. Like, he came in, he blindsided, hit me in the face. I didn't even know what was going on, and like, I was just a scramble after that, pretty much.
I'd love to see the video, because I understand that there's a tape.
Yeah.
But take your hand out of your pocket. Wouldn't have had any trouble, Mr. Thompson, if you weren't drunk. Listen to me, sir. We wouldn't be standing here today if a 22-year-old didn't drink to the extent that he got diarrhea of the mouth and said things that he shouldn't have. We wouldn't be here today. Whether they acted appropriately or not is another issue.
Your Honor,
I'm speaking. The problem emanated from the fact that you lost control of your ability for reasoned judgment by drinking too much. And if you didn't, you wouldn't have gone through a plate glass window, and you wouldn't have had any problem. The problem started with you. With you. Because there isn't a question in my mind, Mr. Thompson, that you made statements to this man and his three companions that if you had not had too much to drink, you wouldn't have said. Now, whether they overreacted is another issue.
Exactly.
The fault lies with you. So stop thinking of yourself as a victim How long have you owned the sandwich shop?
5 years.
How many times has somebody gone through your window?
First one.
You think it's an accident that the first person that went through his window had a 2.56 blood alcohol reading? You think that that's an accident?
Your Honor, once again.
I'm asking you a question. You think that it's an accident that in 5 years, the only person that went through his window had a 2.56 blood alcohol reading?
Your Honor, everyone that goes in there at that time of the night, Herbert's and Gerbert's is right located by all the bars.
Just a second. Is what you're going to tell me everyone who goes in there is drunk?
No, but what I'm saying is that
just a second.
they have fights and there's always drunk people there. So
I said to you, fine, very good. So what you're saying to me is that in 5 years of drunken people going into his bar at 1 o'clock in the morning, you're the first drunk that went through the plate glass window. And I'm saying to you, do you think that that's some sort of serendipity? Now I'll see the video. I've gotten it out of my system. Idiot.
If I could, Your Honor, it's a kind of choppy video. It's not very cleared out. Could I have Brett to actually explain what goes on the video?
You won't explain to me, sir, if I can't see it.
Okay, cool.
Mr. Pettis, can you tell me what's going on here, please?
May I approach the
Yes,
TV,
please.
Thank you. If you see, this is like the group of people. I'm actually standing over here, and he's right there. He just took a swing at me. The video's kind of chopped up. He took a swing at me. I retaliated, and that's how everything gets pushed over.
All right, so now everything is pushed over towards the window. Go
Yes.
ahead.
It was like when we were all over here, he was separating us, and at that point in time is when he slipped through the window. Brett actually.
Well, I don't see that point.
Yeah, Your Honor, this is not clearly showing it at all. I have a better video on this laptop over here where I can clearly go through it frame by frame, and I've got it. I can clearly show this a lot better, Your Honor. Yeah, there was absolutely no.
Take your hands out of your pockets.
Excuse me. Okay. Let's see here. It goes frame by frame. Okay, you see absolutely everyone just chilling. No one's really. I mean, he's just sitting there. There's some
Could you
people.
get to the point where you're going through the window?
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting to it. It's frame by frame. You see Brett walk over right there, right here. You see Brett grab onto me and start. He grabs me and kind of does a throw through the window a little bit.
I don't see that at all.
There I am, right there. I wasn't stumbling drunk, Your Honor, not one bit. And I could just get tossed and watch him fall me through there. No, watch. Not only does he do that, he keeps throwing me around. Watch him.
I don't see him throwing
I'm still
you.
getting thrown out to me right there, getting thrown around by him still. Look at him.
Does it look to you, sir, as if you keep trying to move forward as he's trying to take you back?
That's after I'd already been through the window. That's after I'd already been through the window, though, and he still kept on me.
Just a second.
Yeah.
So after you've been through the window, you're still off trying to get Dante? Is
No,
that what
not
happened?
at all.
Well,
no.
that's what looks as if
no,
it's
not
happening
one
here,
bit.
sir.
No, not one bit. That's not it at all.
Take it back.
That is not one bit. He grabbed me and started dragging me.
After this altercation, after he went through the window and he was still trying to come at me, that's when Brett had him trying to restrain
When
him.
he went through the window, was he outside or inside?
Well, he fell into the window. He was his lower half was still inside of the store, but the upper part of him was kind of outside the store.
Got it. So when he got up, because I
he
saw him get up
he got pulled
inside
back
the
in.
store.
Yeah, he was coming after me again. My buddy that was
That's what
still
I
in
saw.
there pushed me outside, grabbed me, made me go outside, and was just telling me to leave. That's when his other friend decided to come out, and I guess he had a few choice words for me, and he wanted the altercation to continue.
You were there?
Yes, ma'am.
Up. Now, Mr. Orr,
Mm-hmm.
how many people got into an altercation that night?
2.
How many people from your group?
1.
Who was that?
Carl
Who?
Carl Thompson.
Now, do you think that that's just a coincidence that of the 5 people in your group, the only one that was drunk got into an altercation?
No, ma'am.
You think that that was because he was drunk?
Yes.
Did you hear him make any comments at all to Mr. Pettis and the group of people that he was sitting with?
No, I heard no comments made.
So you didn't hear Mr. Thompson say anything to them?
No, the only thing that I saw is when he came back into the restaurant, and then I saw a punch go right at Carl's face.
The police were called. Were you there?
Yes.
Who was taken into custody?
Nobody.
Nobody at all. Anybody arrested that night?
No.
How come?
Well, I wasn't there, so my brother went down and handled it that night.
Was there
so-
a police report?
Yes, there is.
I'd like to
I think
see
this
it.
details everything
I'd like
pretty
to see
well.
the
If
police
you got any
report,
questions
please.
throughout this, I'd
Could you just answer my
more than
question?
happy to answer them.
Somebody who wasn't there, you sure have a lot to say. Mr. Orr, you remember speaking to a police officer that night?
Yes.
You remember telling the police officer in response to his questions if they had been in a fight, that they both indicated that they had not been in a fight and you were with Mr. Thompson? Do you remember that?
No, I didn't say that.
Well, that's what the police officer says. Says that when the police arrived, they saw you and Mr. Thompson walking. He asked where you were coming from, and you indicated that you were coming from Scheide's bar, the opposite direction they had been walking, and well after bar closing time. So you lied to the police, according to the police. I exited my squad car and approached on foot. Again, I asked if they had been in a fight, and they both indicated that they had not been in a fight. I then observed a small drop of blood on the shirt of Orr. That would be you. Thompson was standing behind Orr and slightly offset. I then observed Thompson's left hand was all bloody and he was dripping blood, and then I requested rescue. That's what the police officer says. I'm just reading the police report.
Yeah, Jared was never actually in a fight at all. And like with me,
Listen to me, Mr. Thompson. If a police officer came up and I was all bloody and I had been pushed through a plate glass window, and according to you, you had been blindsided by a punch to your face in the bar, and a police officer said, first, where are you coming from? I wouldn't have lied and say I was coming from a bar, because that was a lie. You would say I was coming from the sandwich shop. And then if I was asked by the police officer, was there a fight? I would have said, yeah, there was a fight. I got pushed through a plate glass window.
And I did. Your Honor, like I said, like, and it shows on the police report, I had bled copious amounts of blood. I'd been punched.
Thompson, not from your brain.
But after the point when I went through that window, and at that point, like, I got no recollections even of talking to that officer at that point.
You know why?
Because I'd lost so much blood.
No. Listen to me. If you lost that much blood, sir, so that you were delirious, you couldn't have been walking.
I lost a lot of blood, Your Honor.
Oh, God. You're standing here, aren't you? Orr stated that a group of black males attacked Thompson at the sandwich shop. And then Mr. Orr, according to the police, at least said that Orr told me that one of the black males displayed a handgun in his waistband. I did not believe Orr about the handgun or the way Thompson had received the cut, because you told the police that he got the cut by being punched so many times. At CMH, I assume that's the hospital, I spoke with Thompson. He admitted that he had been kicked out of the bar earlier that night for fighting with some black guys.
That didn't even happen at all.
Thompson stated he was sitting in the sandwich shop eating when the black guys entered and began to racially harass him by calling him white boy and white. Oh.
Your Honor, at that point, that wasn't even right.
I know you were delirious from your loss of blood.
Right, police to try to get a statement at that point.
Just a second. Okay, what was the bill for the window?
The window to replace it was $344.96.
Cheap.
Neon sign was $90. Got receipts here if you'd like to take a look at them.
$434.96. Mr. Thompson, which is what?
$344.96.
What?
$344.96.
Plus the sign.
Plus the sign is $90.
No, I said $434.96.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No?
Yeah, you're right.
Let's do it again.
And I did graduate college, sorry.
No, I'm not good in math. I have one of these.
All right. See, you're cheating. You're cheating.
Right.
Mr. Thompson, you owe the plaintiff $434.96. Your counterclaim is dismissed. You brought the incident on yourself that evening. Next time, sir, don't drink. You can't handle it. Your counterclaim's dismissed. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Rick Strand is suing his ex-wife, Marilyn Johnson, for back child support that she agreed to forgive after he agreed to forfeit his parental rights.
All rise. Your Honor, this is case number 464 on the calendar in the matter of Strand versus Johnson.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in, Your Honor. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat, please.
Mr. Strand, is this your ex-wife?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
And you have one child together?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your claim is that after you divorced, you were paying child support, not always consistently.
Yes.
And there came a time that your former wife remarried, and she approached you with the idea of asking you to relinquish your parental rights, allowing her husband to adopt your child, a girl, in exchange for forgiving the arrears that you owed her in child support.
Yes, Your Honor.
You thought about that and decided that that would be a good idea.
After a period of time, yes, Your Honor.
And did, in fact, go to court and relinquish your parental rights.
I didn't go to court. I just went to the lawyer and signed off on the papers.
When did you do that?
I believe it was approximately June of 2005.
So your parental rights were terminated?
Yes, after the adoption was finalized.
Your claim is the state is now coming against you for the $3,800 that you owed in back child support.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you say that they're doing that despite the fact that you had an agreement with Miss Johnson.
Yes.
So you want the $3,800 because lots of bad things have happened to you. Like what, sir?
I've lost my driver's license and my source of income. I'm unable to find work right now.
What kind of work did you do?
I'm a truck driver by trade.
Miss Johnson says you never had a contract with her.
Correct.
When was this arrearage accumulated?
It started occurring when we'd separated before the divorce, and it had gone on and off when I'd get laid off in the wintertime and was unable to make payments through my unemployment until I got back to work and started paying again.
How many children did you have?
I have one with him.
And how many others?
2 others.
How old are they?
They are now 22 and 20.
So this was the only minor child?
Correct.
And what kind of work were you doing when you separated?
I was working, I'm not certain, ma'am.
Were you ever receiving any sort of public assistance?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
When?
When we separated in 95.
And how long were you receiving welfare?
Till September of 96, I believe. I'm not certain.
Subsequent to 1996, and you say you're not certain, so it could have been longer.
Or shorter.
Or shorter. Subsequent to that, were you ever receiving any sort of public assistance again?
Yes.
When?
I don't recall the date, but I was receiving daycare assistance while I was working.
And how much child support were you paying, Mr. Strand, when you were paying it?
It started out at $200 a month, and through cost of living increases, it had gone up every 2 years. The last time that it got increased, it went up to $404 every month.
Now, were you aware of the fact that your wife at that time and your daughter were receiving welfare?
I was aware of the fact that they were getting daycare assistance, yes.
Well, at some point she was getting welfare, and at some point she was getting daycare assistance, which is also another form of public assistance. And was it at that time that you were paying $200 a month?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you always paying the $200 a month, or was that during the period of time when you were laid off, seasonally?
I always paid it when I was working, and when I would get laid off or when I was in between jobs, I wasn't paying it. But when I did get back to work, I always made a point to either contact the county or my ex-wife or both right away to let them know where I was working so that it could continue to be collected.
You understand, Mr. Strand, that this is your problem. Even if I believe that you had an agreement with your former wife that she would forgive the arrearages, she can't bind the state with regard to the arrearages. And if this $3,800 bill accumulated at a time when your daughter was receiving any sort of assistance, whether it be daycare or regular public assistance, she can't forgive that money.
Your Honor, there was a separate amount that was owed to the state and an amount that was owed to my ex-wife as the custodial parent. The part that was owed to the state has already been taken care of a long time ago.
Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
When was that?
That was taken care of when I filed bankruptcy last October. It was a sum of $1,100, and I was able to put that onto my bankruptcy. So the $3,800.
So the state's never been paid?
No, the state was paid while I was paying child support. So much would go to my ex-wife, and so much would go towards what was owed to the state.
I thought you said that money was discharged in bankruptcy.
Not all of it, just what was owed at the time that I filed my bankruptcy. Yes.
So the state did not get their $1,100. You just had it discharged in bankruptcy.
Yes.
Why didn't you add this money?
Because you're not allowed in the state of Minnesota to discharge
child support
until it gets turned over to your ex-wife or to collections as a debt owed.
Now, why, Ms. Johnson, do you think that your former husband agreed to terminate his parental rights?
Your Honor, I believe that he looked at her as a dollar sign, and he was never keeping employment nor paying his bills, and he just felt that this was an easy way to get out of his obligation.
Well, you asked him to do that.
I suggested it, yes.
No, you asked him to do that. You approached him. He wouldn't think about that. You approached him. And what did you say when you approached him?
I just said that you are not being a very good father. My husband is willing to adopt our daughter. If you sign over your rights, I will consider it.
Consider what?
That I could sign off if it was...
If it was what?
If I was able to.
If you were able to what?
Sign it off.
Sign what off?
The back child support.
Well, why can't you? If the state's been paid, you can sign off the back child support.
Because I don't choose to.
But you made an agreement to do that, madam.
No, I did not.
Oh, yes, you did. You did. Because I don't believe that under those circumstances he would have gone to your lawyer. By the way, who paid his lawyer?
I don't know, ma'am.
I didn't have a lawyer, Your Honor.
Whose lawyer did you go to?
Mine.
I went to her lawyer to sign.
Oh, so you went to her lawyer?
Yes.
Made an appointment for him to go to see your lawyer?
He made an appointment, yes.
Who you paid?
Yes.
Miss Johnson, I don't believe you. And I have to make a judgment. You want to try to convince me that you didn't make an agreement with him and not give me this answer I choose not to? Come on.
He was just not paying his child support, Your Honor.
So you said to him, I'll forgive your child support if you sign over your parental rights.
No, I did not. I said my husband has an interest in being my daughter's father, and if you would sign off, he says, could we then forgive that child support? And I said, we'll talk about it. But
no, I don't believe that. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And later today...
You want to know something? You're a scammer. I don't know how you got Social Security disability. At age 47, I know people who were 67 with asthma, they work. You must have had a really, really fine lawyer.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Rick Strand claims ex-wife Marilyn Johnson owes for back child support that she agreed to forgive. Rick says the state is coming after him for the money.
So, the two of you signed an agreement when you came here. It was a binding arbitration, is that correct?
Yes.
I will draft an order to the state. What state?
State of Minnesota.
That I have determined after a hearing that you agreed to vacate any child support arrears that were owing to you in exchange for his agreement to terminate his parental rights and allow your husband to adopt the child. That is my finding. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. That's all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Sir, wait here. Sir.
He was just looking at our daughter as a dollar sign,
That upsets me greatly.
and he was trying to get out of his obligation of being a father.
I've always been a good father.
That's another one of his lies.
Well, I've already signed off on my parental rights.
Just leave us alone.
But I would hope that someday she'd want to talk to me and interact with me.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Alvarez versus Burgos. Step forward.
Store owner Daniel Alvarez is suing his customer, Carmen Burgos, for cashing a counterfeit check at his store. Carmen says she was the victim of an internet scam.
Mr. Alvarez, what kind of store do you have, sir?
I have a general store. We sell music, we cash checks, we sell satellite. It's a little bit of everything.
The defendant was a customer of yours?
A regular customer. She had been there at least 4 or 5 occasions cashing checks.
And you charge a fee for that?
Yes, we do.
According to your complaint, sir, she came in with a check, which you cashed for her.
Correct.
And it turned out to be a bad check.
Yes.
And your bank withdrew the money from your account. You want her to compensate you for the check.
That is correct.
Ms. Burgos says it was a bad check. She was conned with this check, and she's sorry that you're out the money, but it's not her fault. It's the fault of the people who scammed her. That's her defense. Is that correct,
Yes,
Ms.
Your
Burgos?
Honor. I
All
shouldn't
So
be
I want
held
you to
liable
tell
for it.
What?
I shouldn't be held liable for it because I had
Ms.
the
Burgos.
evidence. Yes.
Let's start from the beginning. Where did you get this check from?
It was mailed to me.
From an employer?
No, I'm always on the computer and I'm always filling out sweepstakes and filling out numbers for lotto on that. So when I received the check...
So you received the check because you thought you won a prize?
Yes, correct.
All right,
But she didn't tell me that, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Don't interrupt her.
I'm sorry.
Your Honor, he wasn't there at the moment.
Listen to me.
Yes.
You got a check in the mail and you didn't know where it came from.
Correct. Yes, I thought
So
it was
you
a
thought maybe
sweepstake.
you won a prize that you had played around with on the computer?
Yes, correct.
You have a copy of the letter?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to take a look at it.
Well, I have a copy because I gave Mr. Alvarez the original and the envelope that it came in.
Shh. Mr. Alvarez, I don't want you to interrupt her.
That's the original.
That is the original.
Cool.
And I also gave him the envelope it came in.
Now, this letter says that you won the North American Ballot Sweepstakes.
Correct.
And it tells you to call Debbie Baum in Canada.
Yes, Your Honor, and that's who I called.
Just for my own information, when you called her, what is it that you claim she said to you?
Well, I called her because at first I'm like, well...
Joe, tell me. Just answer my question.
I asked her about that I had received a check for a sweepstake for the sum of $2,900. And she told me yes, and I told her, well, it says here for processing. She goes, oh, no, that's no problem. You could go ahead and change. That's part of what you have won. There's 72 people that are in with it.
I read the letter.
too.
There's 72 people that are going to share in $1.8 million.
Right, and that's just the beginning of it, so you could
Fine.
go ahead and cash it.
Cash
So
it.
that's right.
Fine.
I went to
Do you have a
Mr.
copy of the check?
Yes, I have
I'd
the
like
original.
to see it. Oh, you have the original?
Yes.
Love
the bank
to see
returned it to me.
Love to see it. Shh. So you took the check into him?
Yes, correct.
To cash?
Yes. Like I've taken other checks.
State Employees Credit Union of Maryland, Inc. Well, I have to tell you, this certainly looks like, to my untrained eye, an official kind of check.
Correct. That's why I went to him and I cashed it.
Miss Burgos, I got it. You thought you woke up and it was your lucky day?
Yes, correct.
Bird, take a look at this. An interesting looking check? Right?
Oh, it even says official check.
It even says
Correct.
official
That's
check.
why I never-
And, just a minute, and they don't even ask you to do anything, like
Correct.
send them
That's
back
why-
half in this letter.
That's why I was like...
Don't, I'm speaking. Don't bother me. They don't even ask you to send back half. You know, sometimes say, send us $500 as a processing fee, and they just say, here's your $2,900.
Does it in the back?
Yeah, she signed it, and it came back that it was suspected counterfeit. In any event, you gave her the money.
Yes, I did.
You have proof of that?
Just from the bank when they took the money out because...
I'd like to see it. Now, when you were notified by the bank,
Right.
yeah, they charged your account for $2,950.
Correct.
Okay. Now, when did you cash the check for her? On what date?
Around the 14th of November.
And the bank returned the check to you when?
They didn't return it until the 20th or 21st, but they notified me 2 days later. First
So
they
on the
notified me.
16th.
Correct.
And when did you
No, sorry, Your
notify?
Honor, it was after that.
Stop talking out. This is not a tea party. Now, When did you notify Ms. Burgos?
That same day.
On the 16th,
Exactly.
2 days later.
Exactly.
How did you notify her?
I called her son-in-law because I know her son-in-law very well, and I called him up and I asked him to bring her over.
And when did he bring her over?
That same day.
On the 16th?
Exactly.
Okay, now tell me on the 16th what you said to her and what she
I
said
told
to
her, Miss Burgos, this check has returned counterfeit from the bank.
And she said to you?
I didn't know, and she produced this letter.
Good.
Correct. I said I
Just-
didn't
just-
know.
So why didn't you return the money to him?
At the moment, I didn't have the money. I had paid some of the debts that I had.
Just a second. What difference does that make to him? Put your hand down. First of all, it's 2 days later.
It's not 2 days later, Your Honor. It was more than 2 days
How
later.
many days?
It was about 4 or 5 days later.
4 days later.
Correct.
Show me what debts you paid.
Well, I had some medical bills that I had to pay, so I went.
Just a second. So you paid your medical
Sure.
bills. Medical
was
bills.
like-
What else? What else
I
did you
paid
pay?
My electric bill, my phone bill, all my bills, and I
Now
had
let me
a
ask you
few-
this question, Ms. Burgos. Before you came into this cash windfall, how did you pay your electric bill?
Well, I would pay it monthly.
From what?
From what I receive, and also.
What do you
my
mean from what you
children's-
receive? I don't understand that statement. Do you
Well,
work?
I get a Social Security check every month.
For what?
For disability.
What's the nature of your disability?
For asthma, arthritis.
You have asthma and arthritis and you can't work?
No.
I know a lot of people who have asthma and arthritis who can work just fine.
I was diagnosed with disability. So I.
Wait, just a second. When were you diagnosed with a disability from asthma and arthritis?
2 years ago.
Ms. Burgos, I'm believing less and less of what you tell me, madam, but I will tell you this. If you paid your bills, which you are responsible for paying, your medical bills, your electric bill, your phone bill, and I don't care what other kind of bills you paid, allegedly, and I know
And
you're
also I
lying.
bought
Listen
a
to me,
few-
and I know you're lying anyway.
No, I bought
Listen
a few
to me.
Christmas
Listen to me
presents,
very
yes.
carefully, and I know you're lying anyway. Then you have to pay him back the money.
Correct.
You paid your bills. You paid your bills. You're a scammer. Let me ask you this question. Who do you live with?
I live with my son and my daughter.
How old are they?
My daughter's 22 and my son is 19.
And what does your daughter do for a living?
She works. And my son
your
also.
son?
He works.
Works.
They're the ones that help me with all the bills.
Because you don't work?
Yes.
Because of your asthma?
Yes.
She didn't tell me that. That day when she came in, she told me that she had only spent about $500 to
No, I
$700
told you that's
of
what
the
I
money.
had.
Miss Burgos,
I had $500
Miss
to
Burgos.
$700.
I asked her specifically.
That's what I
I'm
told
so-
him I had.
Did you give it to him?
No. He told me.
Shh. So why did you spend that money instead of giving it back to him?
Well, I didn't have it on me at that time.
Why didn't you go home and get it?
The gentleman told me, Mr. Alvarez told me that he was going to send that letter, the letter from that they had
That is
received
not
to
true.
the bank. Yes, it is, Mr. Alvarez.
Just
that
a second.
He was going
So
to take
what?
that
If
letter
there's a
to
question,
the
listen
bank.
to me. If there's a question, why didn't you say, listen, if there's a question and if this check was bad, I don't want Mr. Alvarez to be out the rest of this money. I'm going to hold what I haven't spent and give it to him if he's out of pocket.
Well, I had held it. I had it.
So
and
why
when-
didn't you give it to him?
Because when I spoke to Mr. Alvarez on the phone, I told him I have the $500. He says, no, I want all the money. That's what he said.
That is
and I
true?
says, well, I don't have all the money at the moment. Okay, I could give you at least $500 at a time. He said, no, I want all the money at the same
You want to know
time.
something? You're a scammer.
It was-
You've been scamming
no.
Social Security in all probability for the
No,
last
I
2
haven't.
years.
I
don't know
haven't.
how you got Social Security disability. How old are you?
I'm 47.
47. I know people who are 67 with asthma, they work.
Oh, I am disabled.
You must have had a
It was-
really, really fine lawyer. You owe him $2,950, Ms. Burgos. You were a scammer, and you knew you did the wrong thing as soon as he told you that check came back.
Yes. I'm
People very rarely get windfalls of money from the internet. Very rarely.
not a
Don't look like this to me.
I'm
I
not a
don't
scammer
know.
because
I don't know
that
how I
letter
got
had
Social
check.
Security disability. I don't know where I got this check from. I don't know. Well, now you know that this man who was doing you a favor cashed your check and got penalized because of your stupidity. He got penalized. But you said, listen, I got the money. Let him go after the people.
I
Let him
told
go
him not
after.
to
I'm
spend the money.
speaking.
No, I didn't.
Let
tell
him go
I
after
didn't
the
think
people.
That way. I did not think that way.
Well, then
I
you
did
should
not
have
think
returned
that
the
way.
money that you hadn't spent.
Okay, I did not. He didn't want the money that I had not spent.
So you spent
All
the
he
rest. Just a
said- no,
second. Hey,
I still have the $500.
You're supposed to set an example, Miss Burgos, for your children. You're not supposed to be a scammer.
I'm not
And
a scammer.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And you believed in getting something for nothing.
No, I
and you
have
put
never
him in a
believed
very
that getting
precarious
nothing for
position.
nothing.
You've got a lot of nerve.
I've never
You've got a
believed
lot
I
of
would
nerve.
get
Your children
something for
should
nothing.
not. Your children are not going to be proud of you after today. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $29.50. That's all. Step out.
Parties are excused.
I don't think it was right because I am not a scammer.
At first, I believed her because she was real nice about it.
I don't have a bank account, but
2-year-old Chastity Bell is suing her ex-boyfriend's friend 25-year-old Anthony Carper for a loan to pay court fines.
Order. All rise. Now, this is case number 458 on the calendar in the matter of Bell versus Carper. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks.
How are you related to her?
I'm not related to her. I'm the witness's mother.
Which witness?
Right.
Jesse.
I don't know.
You don't know she's your mother?
No, I do, but I mean, I don't know how this all came about.
I do. We're going to find out.
All right, thank you. Thanks.
Miss Bell.
Yes.
How old are you?
22.
You work?
Yes.
For whom?
My father.
Doing what?
I'm a receptionist of his company. I've been working there for about 5 years.
Is it a successful company?
Yes.
How many children are there in your family?
I have one brother and one sister.
Is your sister younger or older?
She's older. She's 32.
So you're the baby daughter?
Yes.
Pretty one.
Thank you.
According to what I read, you used to be involved romantically with him.
Mm-hmm.
The one who's going to sit up and uncross his arms.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
And he was a friend of this one.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So you became a friend of this one.
Well, I was friends with him before Jesse and I actually got into a relationship.
And I gather that your father must have been thrilled with your choice of boyfriend.
Absolutely not.
Now, I could tell that before I even sat down. Because these two charmers ended up in jail.
Correct.
For whatever. We'll figure it out. And it is your claim that you loaned Mr. Carper money to pay off his criminal fines.
Correct.
Mr. Carper says that you did pay off his criminal fines, and you did so as a gift because you were a friend of his. He says you were more than a friend of his, that you had a romantic relationship.
We were never boyfriend, girlfriend.
Listen, he didn't say boyfriend and girlfriend, he just says you were intimate with both of them.
No.
And all I could say is yuck. Can you imagine a father who has a company that has enough money to employ a receptionist? And this is the boyfriend and this is the friend that she goes to visit both of them in jail? How many times did you go to visit them in jail?
I never visited them in jail.
Oh, good. At least, thank God for that. What were you in jail for, Mr. Carper?
Personal reasons, man.
Personal reasons is not a criminal offense.
Quiet! I made stupid decisions, John.
Mr. Carper, when I ask a question, I expect an answer.
Yes, ma'am.
What were you in jail for?
Possession.
Possession of?
Schedule II substance.
What kind of substance?
Pills.
Was it the first time you were arrested?
No, ma'am.
And the last time you were arrested was when, sir?
Before I got incarcerated.
When were you incarcerated?
It's March of 2002.
And how long were you in prison?
30 months.
What prison?
Coffeewood and Camp 7.
Are you still on parole status?
Yes, ma'am.
Until when?
It's indefinite.
You're on indefinite parole?
Yes, ma'am.
Fabulous. Now your friend, what's his name?
Jesse Goff.
Jesse. How long have you and Jesse been friends?
Since I was 5 years old, ma'am.
And what was he in prison for?
Assault.
Assault?
Yes, ma'am.
How long had Jesse and Miss Bell been friends?
They had known each other for a long time. I never met her. She said I knew her before they started dating. I never met this girl until I came home. I didn't know who she was. So that's a lie right there.
How long did you think they were involved? He was in prison with you, right?
We were in a county jail together.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
When were you in the county jail together?
2003.
Did he know her then? Were they involved then?
I take it. No, they weren't involved.
No. We were
When
not.
did you first hook up with Jesse?
I started talking to Jesse actually back in high school, about 9th grade.
When did you start to see him romantically?
I want to say July.
And he's just out of jail?
Yes.
You're his mother?
I am.
Sometimes you bake a souffle and it falls. Happens. Tell me about the loan.
I loaned him $4,589 on September 29th to pay off his charges, which I have receipts of.
Well, tell me how it came about that you laid out that money.
Well, I saw him apply after job after job after job, and he kept getting turned down because he didn't have his license. And
what do you mean you saw him?
Well, I would take him and Mr. Goff to apply at jobs. And
why would you do that?
I was trying to help them out by taking them to fill out job applications so they could get a job, and I didn't want them to get locked back up. And I asked Mr. Carper if I were to pay off his fines, he could get his license and get a job, and if him and Jesse were willing to be my roommates, because I'm going through separations. So
Separation from?
My husband.
You have any children?
I have a 3-year-old daughter.
So you wanted to take your 3-year-old daughter and be their roommate?
Yes.
Who do you live with now?
Now I live with my parents. I'm currently trying to sell.
Stay there, because your judgment is impaired, big time.
Recently it has been, I do agree.
If you are a 22-year-old woman and your judgment is impaired and all you're doing is hurting yourself, that's one thing. But to take your 3-year-old child and on purpose, move in out of your parents' home into an apartment with 2 convicted felons who are on parole, one for drugs, and I'm not so sure about him now, is the kind of lapse judgment that your parents aren't going to tolerate.
It's actually a house that I own, and my husband, my ex, moved out, and I could not afford the mortgage, and I actually lived there, and it was either I find some roommates or I try
I
to
don't
sell
care
the
if you
home.
have to live in a shelter. You don't take a 3-year-old child and put a 3-year-old child in a circumstance where you have 2 convicted felons, one of whom was there for pills.
I agree.
Got it?
It was also cocaine.
So you paid off his fines?
Yes.
And how was he supposed to pay you back?
He was going to pay me monthly because I actually charged it on a credit card, and he agreed to pay me monthly. At first, a little bit over the minimum payment, and then, you know, he was going to pay me a lot more.
What were the fines for? Can I see the piece of paper that you have? You think that's a real diamond in his ear?
It definitely is.
I doubt
Is that a real diamond in your ear?
Of course, ma'am, I don't wear fake things.
What?
I said I don't wear fake things, just
Could I
this.
see it, please?
You
Yeah,
said
take it out.
Wow.
Thank you. Felony fee, fines, $1,000. Felony fee, $350. Jail admission fee, $25. And court-appointed attorney, $437. Love it. Commonwealth of Virginia. Good for Virginia. And what would happen to you, Mr. Carper, if you didn't pay these fines?
They would probably violate my parole.
And then what would happen to you?
Then I would not see the light of day forever.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Payment of the fine is what?
Punishment.
Right. And if you let somebody else pay your fines, you're allowing somebody else to do your...
Punishment, man.
Is he a quick learner or what?
It's quick.
And later today,
This guy is no good. No bargain, no good, no way.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Chastity Bell claims her ex-boyfriend's friend, Anthony Carper, owes for a loan to pay court fines.
What do you think fines are for, sir?
To be paid, ma'am.
Because they're part of your what?
Probation.
Part of your what? Punishment.
Yes, ma'am.
And if somebody else pays your fine, then you have no...
Punishment.
Right. Why do you think a court would allow that to happen?
Because it's the law, ma'am.
What's the law? Why do you think a court would allow somebody else to do your punishment? Let me ask you this, sir. We've already established that payment of the fine is what?
Punishment.
Right. And you're going to jail was a form of?
Punishment, ma'am.
Now, you couldn't say to somebody else, listen, I want you to do me a favor. I don't feel like going to jail. I'm going to go out and sell a whole bunch of pills and maybe a little cocaine, so I'm going to have a couple of bucks, you know. I'm going to give you $10,000 to do my 30 months. You think that the state would permit that to happen?
No, ma'am.
What would it, if the person said to you, no, I don't mind going to jail. I have nothing else to do. I could really use the $10,000. I'll go to jail for you for the 30 months. You think the state would permit that?
No, ma'am.
Because then you wouldn't be doing your own.
Punishment.
And if you let somebody else pay your fines, you're allowing somebody else to do your...
Punishment, ma'am.
Is he a quick learner or what? So the first thing you have to do in order to do your punishment is sell your diamonds. That's what the first thing that people do is sell their diamonds, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then they pay the rest of their debt, $4,500. Maybe you can get $89 for this Hope diamond. When did you give him up as a boyfriend?
We weren't really actually together because he's not capable of just having one girlfriend. We were supposedly together for probably about maybe a month.
You are an articulate, nice-looking girl who clearly has very low self-esteem. Because if you didn't have low self-esteem, you wouldn't have been involved with either one of them.
Correct.
You have parents who have a business, you have a child, you've made some bad judgments, but you're only 22 years old. You have the capacity to change. You have anything you want to add to what I've already said?
I do.
I mean, I'm just dying to hear why you would come be her witness if your son is sitting over there.
Because what's wrong is wrong, and you're absolutely right. He's skating his punishment.
Do you have anything new to add?
I think it's a fine how you do to thank somebody for doing all that she did for you.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. By the way, did she also pay your son's fines?
Yes, she did.
Did he pay her back?
No, we actually go to court for that on March 7th in Prince William County.
Should we just hang out here?
Just a second. Just a second. So why don't you do this? You're his mother, right?
I am.
You made him, you raised him. Why don't you pay his fines?
Because he's 24 years old and I'm not responsible for him anymore.
Right, yeah, I know, but you're more responsible than a stranger. Maybe you should just let
I
him
would
go
not
back
have
to
paid
jail.
his fines in the first place.
You would let him go back to jail?
I would.
You're absolutely right. Sit down. In any event, she paid $4,589 in order to keep you free. I'm entering a judgment for $4,500 and his diamond. Thank you. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
It is what it is, man. She was messing with him. Me and her had a little thing going on.
I made a mistake by trying to help both of them out, and it blew up in my face.
If me and her would have stayed talking, this would have never came about.
Doesn't matter if he's seeing her or not, the money is still owed.
Money is nothing to me. I'll take care of it.
Picking up the phone the day Jesse called me was one of the biggest mistakes I made.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Murray versus Easton, step forward, please.
23-year-old Lisa Murray is suing her ex-boyfriend, 21-year-old Ish Easton, for the cost of a plane ticket to New Jersey. Ish claims Lisa is being vindictive.
Miss Murray, Mr. Easton and you dated briefly, according to your complaint, and you believe he owes you for an airline ticket that you purchased for him in order that the two of you go home to meet the parents. And then you broke up for the trip. Mr. Easton says that the going home to meet the parents was strictly your idea. He never asked you to buy the ticket. You bought it on your own, so you pay for it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When did you meet him?
February 2006. We were working together.
And when did you start dating?
We started dating in the beginning of June 2006.
And when did you want to go and introduce him to your family?
Through the month of June, or in the beginning of July 2006, our relationship became
No.
serious.
You're talking so fast I can hardly understand you. I asked you a simple question. When did you want to take him home to meet your parents?
July 2006.
After 4 weeks? Why?
Well, I had missed my family very much, and he also said that he would like to go. He was excited about going to see New York City and seeing New Jersey.
If he was so excited, why didn't he buy his own ticket?
He currently did not have the money at the time, nor did he have a credit card.
What was the arrangement that you made with him?
That when we came back from our trip, that he would be reimbursing me.
And when did you break up?
September 7th, 2006.
And when were you supposed to go to New York?
September 9th, 2006.
I'll hear you.
After she had initially brought the idea to go visit her parents, I told her then, I was like, well, I don't have money.
No, look at me.
Oh, I told her then, I don't have money to pay you back for any kind of ticket before we even discussed repaying anything.
Why would you say that to her? I thought you met at work.
This is after we started dating, man.
No, listen to me. You're not listening. You don't have your listening ears on. You said, I don't have any money. And she just told me that you met at work in February of 2006. What kind of work were you doing?
I, at the time, was working at Home Depot, man.
And in July, where were you working?
I worked for a structural engineering firm.
And in August?
Still work there, man.
Okay, so you were working, you were employed.
Yes.
Do you have children?
No, before dating Miss Murray, I was in a previous relationship. Separating from that relationship, I had to move back home. But upon moving back home, my parents were like, well, you got to help pay bills and stuff like that. So I pay half of everything.
So?
Leaving pretty much nothing.
Well, that's not true. You have money to eat out, right?
On occasion, ma'am. And that was money that I was like, Mom, can I borrow $50 to go out? Or
Mr. Easton, when you discussed with Miss Murray going to New York, I don't believe that you said to her, I don't have the money to pay you now, and I'll never have the money to pay you back. Because I don't think that under those circumstances she would have continued to see you, because that would have sounded like something a bum would say. I don't have money now, maybe. I'll never have money to pay you back. I wouldn't have taken you to meet my parents. I would have been humiliated to take you. You're a bum. If you say, I'll never have any money to buy an airline ticket for $295. So I don't believe that you said that to her. I believe that you probably said to her, I don't have money to pay for it now. That I believe. Now, when did she buy the ticket?
she called me and was like, I bought tickets to go to New Jersey.
No, you had already discussed it. So don't say it came as a surprise to you. It didn't come as a surprise.
I don't know the exact date of her
When did you
buying
purchase the tickets?
July 25th, I purchased the tickets. I have phone calls.
Shh. And she told you that she purchased them in July?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And you were working in Home Depot?
I was working at Home Depot and the engineering firm at the same time.
So two places.
Yes, ma'am.
What did you do with the ticket?
I was unable to refund it because he broke up with me within 24 hours prior to canceling it.
You have the bill?
Yes.
Why did you break up right before you were ready to leave for New York, sir?
There was a span of like 2 weeks where her and I barely ever saw each other. And that was because my work schedule at the engineering firm went from a regular 8-hour day to 9 to 12-hour days. And I didn't have time to see her. It was work, home, work, bed, pretty much.
Okay.
A gentleman that I play football with, his girlfriend and Miss Murray became very good friends, hanging out, had informed me that the plaintiff had gone to MySpace and read a quote that I'd written on MySpace. And that was one of the first issues. One of the other issues was
Did you say something not nice about her?
I didn't say anything toward her at all. The quote that I left on my page
said, due to the pain caused by love, to love I say. And that was nothing toward her previous relationship exactly to that. Then it went from that to she had been saying, oh, I don't have money, I don't have money, I don't have money. Well, then my friend's girlfriend is like, oh, we went shopping today. And Lisa bought this, and Lisa bought that, and Lisa
Why
bought
does
this.
it make any difference to you whether she said I don't have money?
Well, because if you're gonna tell me you don't have money, then how are you gonna turn around and go shopping?
She wasn't asking for money from you, was she?
Initially broke up with her because she lies. You can't trust a liar. You can trust a thief because you know they're gonna steal. You can trust a killer, you know they're gonna kill, but you can't trust a liar. I asked her, I said, well, did you go on my MySpace page and read that? She said no. And before that, I said, is there anything you want to tell me about that you haven't said to me in the past? No, there's nothing I can think of.
You're going to get your $295 back for the ticket. Before you leave, you should get down on the floor, on all fours, kiss the ground, and say, God, thank you for terminating this relationship, because this guy is no good. I don't know if you're good, but I can tell you right now, he's a bum. He's always going to be a bum, because he makes excuses for what he does that bear no resemblance to reality. That's what he just did. He just gave me a whole cock and bull story. In reality, he probably found somebody else to cover some of his bills. Because when someone is so smitten with a woman, they don't not see them for 2 weeks. They may give up sleeping, but they won't go work, job, work, school, work, and not see the person for whom they have lost their heart. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So he made up a whole big story. Nothing in his story was true. So you're a very lucky girl that you got rid of him, because for somebody who doesn't like lying, he has become very proficient at it. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $295. That's all.
1-year-old Christy Dye is suing her ex-boyfriend, 23-year-old Jeffrey Springer, for the cost of wheels and tires.
All rise. Your Honor's case number 495 on the calendar in the matter of Dye versus Springer. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a model.
You make a lot of money?
It's average. I wouldn't say a lot.
Well, give me an example. You filed your tax returns last year. What did you earn in your tax returns last year?
I just started modeling like maybe 3 months ago.
Well, then what did you do last year?
I worked at Dillard's.
And how much did you earn at Dillard's last year?
$5,000. I didn't work many hours.
Well, where did you live?
In San Angelo.
With whom?
The defendant, Jeffrey Scott Springer.
I'm sorry.
Was he supporting you?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you certainly weren't supporting yourself,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Springer, what do you...
I'm listening. I'm sorry. I mean,
What do you do for a living, sir?
I work in a call center.
Call center.
Yes, ma'am. For Progressive Insurance.
And how long have you been doing that?
I've only been doing that for about 3 months in Austin.
Sir, what I want you to do is tell me, Mr. Springer, what you were doing last year when you were supporting Miss Dye.
I worked for Capital One at a call center also.
They didn't do that commercial that they do and fashion it after you, did they?
No, ma'am.
Adorable. You were supporting the plaintiff when you were living together?
That would be correct.
How much did you earn?
$25 a year.
$25,000?
That'd be correct.
Allowed you to buy that beautiful gold chain that you're wearing that's blinding me. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Miss Dye, so he's supporting you for the year, right?
Yes, ma'am. But before last year, I also worked at a gym. I managed a gym in San Angelo.
$425 ain't supporting nothing, so I don't see where you get.
$6, thank you.
$6. Keep you in mascara.
$6.
Now, this is your claim. Your claim is that you purchased, on your credit, new rims and wheels for him.
I financed them for him.
Did you use a credit card?
No, ma'am.
Did you pay cash?
No. I went to Credit World with him in San Angelo.
It's a rent to own.
A rent to own.
There you go.
Because that's something that nobody could do without. New rims and wheels, right, Bert?
Rent to own rims and
Rent
wheels.
to own.
I have a picture of it.
You want to know something? I don't need to see it. Unless they have a picture of Bird in the middle, I'm not interested in taking a look at it. Because I think that's the most ridiculous thing. You know, I can understand if you buy new tires because your tires are bald and you need tires to get around, but somebody who earns $4.25 an hour and somebody who is supporting two people on not a lot of money doesn't need fancy spokes for their car. You know, you should put away some money maybe for college education.
That would be why she was getting supported by me, is because she was going to college.
Good. Anyway, you financed these rims and wheels. You paid some of it off, but when you broke up, you stopped paying the rest.
Correct.
No, my arm is hurt. I can't.
Rest it on the table, sir.
It's
Don't
hard.
cross your arms. What?
It's hard.
It's hard?
I mean, go
then
ahead.
just suffer for a while you're here.
Oh, I'd be more than happy to try to.
Good. Did you pay for some of these rims and wheels?
Yes.
How much did you pay?
Everything but the $12.56.
Okay, so why don't you owe her for the rest?
As we broke up, I moved back to Austin. I went to jail for driving on a suspended license. I informed her that I was not going to pay for the car. I called the dealership. They had impounded the car. I informed her that I needed the manufacturer tires back to give the dealership so I could get those tires back and give them either to her or to Credit World. She no longer had the manufacturer tires. So she didn't give them to me. They gave me 20 days to pick them up off that vehicle. She never gave me nothing, so I could not get them.
So your defense is that you contacted her after how long?
4 or 5 months, maybe.
And then you called her and you said, listen, if you want the rims and wheels, because they're going to repossess the car, you have to come down with the original ones.
Correct.
Where were the original ones?
They gave me 20 days.
No.
I'm not sure where the original was.
Well, what did you expect her to do? Hold on to the original ones forever?
Well, most people hold on to their manufacturer.
Most people hold on to their rims. I'm going to tell you something.
Manufacturers?
I'm going to tell you something. Mr. Springer, without going into make and model, suffice it to say, sir, that I have a lot of cars. I have never held on to, well, not only have I never held on to rims and wheels, I've never bought rims and wheels. I buy a new car. Car comes with wheels. That's what's on the car. That's what I drive. They're round. They work. That's fine.
That's true.
How many rims and wheels do you have in your garage?
Just sitting here
yeah,
off the car.
Off the car.
None.
None. You want to know why? Because we have other junk to put in garages. You know, where are you supposed to put the bicycles and the trash cans?
And the cars.
And the cars. So, Mr. Springer, let us assume, well, I can't tolerate him. Sorry.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
We would like to know, what is it you take?
What do you mean, what does it not take?
You seem to be so happy. Do you drink a special kind of coffee or tea? Do you drink a special kind of juice?
And later today,
My first child, I gave up to adoption, and she came to me and said that since I did not have a car, that if I gave my child to her friends, she would give me the car.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Christy Dye claims ex-boyfriend Jeffrey Springer owes for new wheels and tires. Jeffrey says he supported Christy for 2 years.
Mr. Springer, I want to ask you a question. Sometimes I wake up in a bad mood. Now, I know that that might be hard for you to believe. It might be hard for the rest of the world to believe that sometimes I wake up in a bad mood. And I might venture to say sometimes Officer Petrie Hawkins-Byrd might wake up in a bad mood. Sometimes. Not often, but sometimes. We would like to know, what is it you take, sir?
What do you mean, what does it not take?
You seem to be so happy, sir.
Yeah, I mean,
you seem to be inordinately happy.
It's hilarious to me that
you
she's
seem
suing
to,
me over
listen to me. You
$1,200.
seem to
I mean,
be
it's-
happy under the most dire circumstances.
Yeah.
So we would like to know, do you take a special kind of coffee or
No.
tea? What mixture do you take in the morning? Or do you drink a special kind of juice? Do you eat a special kind of cereal in the morning to make you as happy as you are?
No, I'm happy individual.
You're happy?
I mean, but
I hope you're happy. All the way to the bank where you're going to send her $1,257.03.
She should be suing the dealer for that.
Because I don't think that she has to hold on to your old rims in case your car gets impounded. Goodbye, Mr. Springer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Parties are excused.
you gotta be
Step
kidding
out.
me. $1,200? My chain costs $1,200, boss man.
I'm pleased. I mean, he owed me the money, and I'm glad it's over and done with, and we can both go on with our own lives.
It's not petty to her because she needs the $1,200. I don't need it.
We were together, and we were in a relationship.
I don't feel like I owe her anything.
I'm a nice person, and I mean, I try to do a favor for someone, and look what happened.
If anything, she owes me.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Breeden versus Strybee. Step forward, please.
23-year-old Michelle Breeden is suing her mother, Ollie Strybee, for breaking their agreement regarding the sale of a home. Michelle says Ollie kept proceeds that were supposed to go to her.
Ms. Breeden, the defendant is your mother. You and your husband and child or children?
2 children.
2 children. Moved into a home that your mother bought, and the idea was that you would live there with an option to buy it. Such a time when your credit became substantial enough for you to get a mortgage and your finances sort of settled down. While you were living there, you claimed that you made certain improvements in the house, invested close to $4,000. And then, according to you, your mother decided that since the housing market had taken off, She was no longer interested in selling you the house at the price that she had paid for it, which was your agreement, but she wanted to sell it on the open market, which she did at a profit, and you believe that she should pay you for the money that you invested in improving the house.
Yes, sure.
That's the lawsuit.
Yes.
Your mother says that you and your husband, was it your husband, separated. You were no longer interested in purchasing the house. You moved out. She did, in fact, sell the house at a profit, but it is her claim that you were the one who told her, I can't buy the house anymore because we're separated. So she sold the house to somebody else. When did you purchase this house, Ms. Strybey?
In April 2004.
And how much did you pay for it?
$102,500.
And what was the financial arrangement with your daughter with regard to how much rent she was going to pay?
She agreed to pay the mortgage payment on the house.
Which was how much, Ms. Breeden?
It was just shy of $900, Your Honor.
Okay. I'd like you to tell me when you were advised by your mother that she was planning on selling the house.
I was advised about 6 months prior to moving out that she was going to sell the house because she was no longer interested in selling us the house at what she paid for it. She was interested in making a profit off of us and wanted to sell the home to us for nearly $160,000.
That wasn't the original
Just a
agreement.
second. Did you discuss that with your mother? You said you found out. Did you have a conversation with her?
Yes, I had a conversation with Ollie. I told her that I couldn't make payments on $160,000, so we decided that we were no longer going to buy it because she wanted so much more for it.
Okay. Now, what was your arrangement with your mother at the time she purchased the house?
When she purchased the house, she was going to let us move into it. We were going to cover the mortgage for 1 year, and then after 1 year, we were going to try to get our finances in a situation that we could get appropriate financing.
And what happened in 2005?
Right after my second child was born, we went in to get a mortgage. It was not satisfactory. We discussed renting it longer from her. That was fine with her. A couple months into 2005, she was trying to buy another home for herself. So she discussed selling the home if we could not buy it from her. I said, well, we've already put nearly $4,000 worth of our own money into it. And if you sold it, I would at least like to get that money back out of it to use as a down payment if we chose to move somewhere else. That was fine with her. We moved out the end of February, and she put the house on the market in March. It took her till November 1st to sell the home.
Gotcha.
When she sold the home, I came to her halfway through November, and she said something about she didn't want to discuss it through the holidays, so I came back to her at the beginning of January of 2007. By that time, she said that she didn't have the money and that she thought that since she had to pay the mortgage from the time we moved out to the time it sold, that she believed she no longer owed us the amount that we were asking for.
Gotcha. Okay. Now we'll hear you.
Michelle and her husband were expecting their second child and living in a hotel. And although Michelle and my husband doesn't get along very well, I didn't want them to be living in a hotel with a second child.
So you
so
made
we
this
bought
arrangement.
this house for them.
Got it.
The arrangement was that she would pay the mortgage payment for the year.
I got it so far. There are certain things that are not contested. You were a nice mom, bought the house, let them live in it, covered the mortgage payment, and then there came a time when you wanted to buy another house. You couldn't buy another house because you already had this house. So let's go.
The arrangement was for her to buy the house at the end of a year. I told her I'd give her a year.
She
So
said
at
that.
the end of that year, she didn't have her finances
Got it.
fixed.
Got it. That's what she said.
So her husband had moved out. She said that she couldn't afford to make the payments anymore with him paying for someplace else to live, and that she was fine with me going ahead and putting the house on the market, and that they would move out. Our original agreement for the year was, at the end of the year, if I sold her the house, I would credit her how much she's paid for the mortgage, so that would cover her 10% down she needed to buy it herself.
I'm talking about the $3,900 that your daughter says you discussed at the time she moved out, that she had invested in improving the house, and that you had said to her, the time when the house is sold, I'll give that back to you.
I don't remember that conversation, not when she was moving out. I only discussed with her when we first bought the house that any improvements she made in the house at that time, if she didn't buy the house, I would pay her back for it at the end of the year.
Oh, fine. So that discussion was had. Fine. Let me see what you put into the house. How much did you sell the house for, Ms. Strybey?
$149,500.
Okay. What did you tile?
We tiled about 1,000 square feet, the kitchen, the living room, the dining room, both bathrooms, and a hallway. The only thing in the house that wasn't tiled was the 3 bedrooms.
She bought the tile and I put it down.
It's fine. You got the profit. How much did you clear, Ms. Strybey?
Altogether, we probably made about $20,000 off the house.
Okay.
And I did give her, during this period when we were selling the house, they had repossessed her van, and she had no transportation. So I signed over my 2000 Jeep Grand Cherokee to her.
That agreement for that Jeep has nothing at all to do with the home. My first child, I gave up to adoption within this period of time. And I was going to give it to a couple that was in Miami that I did not know. And she came to me and said that since I did not have a car, that if I gave my child to her friends, she would give me the car, and her friends are very good people. But that was the agreement for the Jeep, and that has nothing at all to do with this home.
That's not true. I would never offer to sell my grandchild. That was what he needed, because he had already been taken out of her possession once and placed with me for custody.
How old is he?
He's 6. He's 2 weeks younger than my 6-year-old. I have a 6-year-old as well. And during this period, which is why the husband moved out, is because he was taken away from them and put in my custody.
This still has nothing to do with the house, Your Honor.
It did, and that was the point where she couldn't afford to make the payments anymore.
Where is your husband now?
My husband right now is in Cocoa, Florida.
Do you live with him?
No, I do not.
Who do you live with?
I live with 2 roommates, and I cover a third of the rent. My friend Lisa and her husband cover a third of the rent, and then my brother-in-law and his wife cover the other third of the rent.
Are you still married?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
This arrangement just happened within the last few weeks because her husband's been in jail.
At the time that you were living in this house, who was working, you or your husband?
My husband was working, and I owned my own business.
What kind of business?
It was a children's consignment shop.
That I helped her open.
So you were both working?
Yes.
So whatever money you invested in the house, you would only be entitled to half of this. Is that right? The other half would be your husband's?
Yes, Your Honor, if you want to look, yes, that would be correct.
Okay. You think your mother has been reasonable or unreasonable with you?
I think my mother has been selfish and incapable of being a mother.
In the relatively short time, Ms. Strybio, that I have to spend with you, I'm never going to be able to figure out the pathology of your family.
Mm-hmm.
But it clearly seems to me that your daughter, whether rightfully or wrongfully, labors under the assumption that you had an agreement, which I find to be potentially a valid agreement, that whatever improvements they put into the house that might inure to your benefit when you sold the house, you would reimburse her for if the house wasn't sold to them. That's a reasonable expectation. And truth is, you sold the house for a profit. And if it were me, I would have said, you know what, she's not in great shape. Let me give her what she put into it and let her move on. That's what I would have done.
I did offer, when she started looking for another home right away, I went out with her, and I was more than willing to help her find another home. And if she at some point in the future, was going to buy one, her father and I had already discussed, we would each pay half the deposit. I've given her lots of money.
I assume that that's true.
But I've always made her pay me back, and I think she's very ungrateful.
Okay. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $19.50, which represents 1/2 of the amount that you invested in the house. The other half is not your claim, belongs to your husband.
Okay.
Got it? Good. Thank you. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I've been given a mother who's incapable of loving me, yet comes off as...
6-year-old Ashley Beischer is suing the father of her child, Joshua Schmidt, for a loan to buy a motorcycle. Joshua claims Amy slashed his tires on 2 occasions.
All rise. Now, this is case number 521 on the calendar in the matter of Beischer versus Schmidt.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Gentlemen, have a seat, please.
This used to be your boyfriend. When you were having a lapse in judgment while he was your boyfriend, you co-signed on a credit card for him to buy a dirt bike because he couldn't get it on his own.
Correct.
And the agreement was that he was to make the payments faithfully on that credit card.
That's correct.
He did make payments for a period of time on the credit card, and you separated. But he agreed to continue to make the payments on his bike, which he was using and which he took with him. Correct?
Correct.
Then there came a time that you and your fiancé, this would be fiancé, went to purchase a car, and you found out that your credit was awful. When you checked to ascertain why, according to your complaint, you found out that Mr. Schmidt had not been faithfully making on time the credit card payments on his bike. So what you want now is you want him to pay off that credit card so that hopefully you can get your credit restored.
That's correct.
Mr. Schmidt says that he was paying off the credit card until you slashed his tires.
That's ridiculous.
Shh. So that the fault is really yours for slashing his tires, causing him to lose his job. Have we joined the issue, Mr. Schmidt? Hello? You say in your answer it's really her fault.
Yes, I believe it is.
Perfect. I would like to see the date of the credit card loan and the history of payments.
I have that right here. This only goes back a year. They wouldn't.
Fine. Okay. Now, Mr. Schmidt, on what day, sir, do you claim your tires were slashed?
On May of 2006, I had 2 tires on my vehicle that were slashed. And then also again in October of 2006, I had another tire slash on my car.
Just a second. After which incident, sir, did you lose your job?
The second.
So it's really the October of 2006 incident that you claim caused you to lose your job and fall behind in your payments.
Yes.
So it would be a fair statement, sir, that it wasn't until October of 2006 that you started making either late payments or skipping payments or anything else. Up until that time, they were okay.
Correct.
Okay, good.
Your Honor, can I point something out?
Shh. Maybe, if I need some help. Well, sir, in September of 2006, which was before your tire was slashed, you had a late fee of $39.
Okay.
That's before, right?
Yep.
And in August, which was before your slashed tires, you had a late fee of $39.
That would be after the first.
You just told me, sir, that you didn't lose your job until after the October incident.
Yes, but missing days of work.
No. Baloney. The issue was that after the October incident, you lost your job because of the tire slashing, causing you to fall behind in your payments. And you said to me prior to that time you were on time with your payments. So we now have August and September where you were late. Are you following me, Mr. Schmidt?
Yes, I am.
Who is this?
This is my witness, Jason.
Maybe. Jason. Now we have July. Late, Mr. Schmidt. And how much, sir, were you supposed to pay every month?
It's about $70.
So sometimes you didn't pay at all. And then you sort of doubled up the next month, right?
Yes.
You can't do that. You know you can't do that. Look at what we have here. A June late assessment. And you didn't make a payment. Whole month of June.
Is it possible, though, that me without a vehicle, how is it possible for me to get to work, to make money, to make payments on this?
What are you talking about? Who cares about whether you have a vehicle?
How do you get to work?
I don't care how you get to work. Walk, crawl, get your witness to pick you up. Now, let's go back to before the first incident, Mr. Schmidt, that you allege she slashed your tires, which you have to prove to me anyway. Let's go back to April now. Even you will know, Mr. Schmidt, that April comes before May,
yes.
Right? How do you account for the late charge in April, Mr. Schmidt?
I don't.
Right. So the cock and bull story that you gave me is just that. You've been making late payments on this loan forever, because we also have one for March. So what do I care how you get to work? How did Abe Lincoln get to school? I'm waiting for an answer.
Walk.
That's what he did. He walked. And you remember from grammar school how many miles he walked to school every day?
No, I don't.
I think it was 5 miles each way, wasn't it, Bert? I think something like that. 5 miles each way. Do you understand, Mr. Schmidt?
Yes.
When somebody else does a nice thing to you, what you're supposed to do is not be a pig. If you want to, you get the loan totally out of her name, and then if you want to screw up your credit, you do it. But you don't screw up her credit. Now, how much is left on the loan?
The grand total is about $6,700.
Well, the maximum I can award you is $5,000. You understand that, and the check will be directly to the credit card company which holds the loan.
Yeah.
You're still responsible, as is he, for the remainder of it,
right.
And he's responsible to pay it.
Right.
Who do you work for?
I actually just got a new employment job. It's DeLuca and Tobin. It's a drilling company.
Well, you would have no objection if they deducted the remainder of the balance, anything over $5,000 from your check, would you? Listen to what I just said. You owe the money. You have the dirt bike, don't you?
Yes.
The maximum I can give her is $5,000. That will be made directly to the credit card company. You still owe them about $1,600. Are you prepared to sign an authorization to allow them to take the remainder of the money at periodic payments out of your check?
Yes.
Perfect. We will prepare that order and send it over to the drilling company and any other company that you might work for subsequently. Do you understand?
Yes.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Mr. Schmidt, you sure you want me to do this to your friend? You sure you want me to do this to your friend?
Yes.
Be my pleasure, sir.
And later today,
You can't complain about it if somebody says this is really funny. I want to send it to everybody that I know who knows this jerk who posted this on Craigslist.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Ashley Beischer claims the father of her child, Joshua Schmidt, owes for a $5,000 loan to buy a motorcycle. Joshua is countersuing, claiming Amy slashed his tires twice.
Okay, let's get to the slashed tires. Did you slash his tires in May?
Absolutely
You don't
not.
look like a tire slasher.
No.
You didn't see her slash your tires, did you?
No, I didn't.
Did you?
I did not see her. No.
Step up. Your name?
Jason
Jason what?
Meyer.
How do you know her?
Through him.
When was the last time you had any contact with her?
While.
A while is not a month
Well,
or
I
a year.
don't talk to her, but I've seen her around town.
When was the last time you had contact with her?
Last fall, or around there.
Tell me about that contact.
Well,
Look at me.
I was at the bar and I had walked by and
Bar, what bar?
Krieger's possibly.
What do you mean Krieger's possibly?
Well, it was either that bar or another one over there.
What time?
Probably 8 or 9 at night.
What date?
I'm not exactly sure.
What month?
October or November.
Mr. Schmidt, you sure you want me to do this to your friend? You sure you want me to do this to your friend?
Yes.
Be my pleasure, sir. You're walking by the bar that you don't know on a date that you don't remember in a year that perhaps you remember, and tell me what you believe you have that is germane to this case.
Well, I had heard her and her friends laughing about how his tires had been popped.
Yes?
Yeah, so I assumed she had something to do with it.
Oh, well, then you assume. Good. Do you have anything else that's germane to this case?
I did pick him up for work, too, a couple times.
I don't care about that. Sit down. You have anything else on the tire slashing, sir?
I just have a copy of, actually, no, I do not have
Good.
this on
Thank
me.
you very much. Your counterclaim is dismissed. You owe $5,000, and we will prepare an order for the remainder of the $1,600 to be deducted automatically from your check. Forward that to your employer with my love and hugs and kisses. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I hope we have a friendship for my daughter's sake.
I do not know. Hopefully it gets better in time.
Just be a man. Take responsibility for his actions.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of London versus Bell. Step forward.
25-year-old Aaron London is suing his former co-worker, Corey Bell, for defaming his character at work. Aaron claims Corey passed around a phony Craigslist ad.
Mr. London, did you and the defendant work in the same company?
Yes, at one point we did.
This is your complaint. You put an ad in Craigslist. I gather you went to school to become a massage therapist?
Yes.
And you put an ad on Craigslist for massages with your picture on it. Do you have your picture?
Yes.
Mr. Bell saw that ad on Craigslist. Is that right, sir?
I did.
And he thought it was really funny that you had posted that ad on Craigslist. So far, am I right?
Yes.
So he circulated it around the office. He sent it to a lot of other people. He thought it was funny, like people send jokes on the computer, and he sent it to a whole lot of other people. So you're suing him for defamation because you were very embarrassed.
Yes.
That's what this is all about. Mr. London, can I see the ad, please? Okay. So this says, hello, ladies. Imagine casting your eyes upon this gorgeous whatever. It's got pictures of you, right? And it says, massage for big, beautiful women. Reply to personals, it looks like a number at Craigslist.org. And when people reply to this personal, they get you. Is that right?
Well, they get transferred to an email, yeah.
But it's you.
No, not in this particular case. There's a little bit more to the story that hasn't been revealed yet.
Sir, all I want to know
Yes.
is, it comes back to you.
Yes.
Now, is this the same ad that you sent to other people?
Yes.
You didn't modify it in any way?
No, didn't modify
You didn't
it.
change it, you didn't add words,
No,
you didn't...
no, I didn't. I just sent the link.
You sent the link and you said, take a look at this.
That's it.
That's not a crime, Mr. London. That's not a crime. That's not a lawsuit.
Yeah, there's a little bit more to it.
Well,
though.
give me 30 seconds, sir. That's what happened. You put this
Well-
ad that you didn't want to be circulated among your
No.
office mates. He circulated it among your office mates. If you didn't want it out there, you shouldn't have printed it.
Well, no, that actually isn't what happened. What happened is I work for the bank, and I also have a personal training and massage therapy business, like you said. And another kind of job side hustle that I do is I write personal ads for Craigslist. Also ads for businesses, whoever needs advertising.
Very nice.
who
I'm
lacks-
not an advertisement for you, sir. So you have a lot of businesses. You
And-
put this on Craigslist.
Yes. technically speaking.
That's what
But
we're here for.
That ad wasn't for me.
Who cares
I
who it
wrote
was
the ad
for?
for somebody else.
Who cares who it was for? Who cares? He doesn't know that. All he knows is this is the ad that he saw on Craigslist. He had every right to send it to whoever he wanted to send it to.
my workplace. Well, he doesn't work in the workplace anymore.
I don't care. He could have sent it to the King of Siam. He could have sent it to me. He could have sent it to the President of the United States. He could have sent it to the Vice President of the United States or the Secretary of the Interior. It doesn't make any difference. It's out there in cyberspace. It's open. That's what it is. It's like sending an open letter.
To send it to my job for what? For
Who
laughs?
cares? If you don't want to be embarrassed, you don't put embarrassing things on the internet, Mr. London. If you don't want to be embarrassed, keep your private thoughts to yourself.
But the ad is not mine. Is what I'm trying to tell you. Can I actually tell you?
Listen, Mr. London, I understand the nonsense what you wrote in your complaint. You said you were doing an ad for somebody else, and this was just a sample of what the ad would look like. But Mr. Bell doesn't know that because you posted this on Craigslist.
But how does he know I posted it?
It doesn't make any difference whether he knows you posted it or not, sir. It's here. It's out there in the world. Just like he sees it, anybody else can see it. He can send it to whomever he wants to send it. The truth of the matter is, you did post it on Craigslist. Now, did somebody tie you down and take these pictures?
No, those are sample pictures.
Those are pictures that
The
you...
pictures don't even match the ad, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh,
it's
yes,
not
they
even...
do. Oh, yeah, listen, Mr. London, you can tell me whatever you want to tell me, sir. This may have aggravated you. It may have upset you. It's a very good lesson. If you want to think privately, you go, I want to take it all in, and this is what I want to do. I want to keep these thoughts to myself. If you want to give massages to big, beautiful women, and that's what you're thinking about, and I'm going to see it, but I'm not going to write it in a letter to my mother or my sister or my boyfriend or my girlfriend. I'm going to keep it to myself. Once you type it in the machine and you write send, it's over. It's out there. It's in Mexico and Burma and Jersey and Brooklyn. It's all over the place. And you can't complain about it if somebody says, this is really funny. I want to send it to everybody that I know who knows this jerk who posted this on Craigslist. So, Mr. London, grow up. You want to keep things to yourself? You want to talk into your pillow. Don't talk into your computer. Case is dismissed.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
We were great friends. I mean, he sat on my couch. He got drunk with me. You know, we hung out together.
Well, it's not necessarily what was posted. It was the intent behind it.
If it was me, my friends would have sent out the same. I would have been embarrassed. Oh, okay, I got busted. I got caught. That's it. He got caught with his pants down.
On the property. Yeah? On the property. Yeah? On the property. Yeah? तेरी कुड़ी जान जा क्यों जाती है? ये कुड़ी की लोड़ लगी